Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Blizzard Comedy's broadcast Avalanche. We have 5 watching now. Fantastic. New record, I think. We've got Richard Moore. Ooh, funky tunes. Love it. Yep. This is created. Sam, did you create these tunes, or are they stock tunes? They are absolutely fantastic. I love it. Funky tunes. We also have Nathan Thomas. Oh, fuck. I've not muted YouTube. I'm just hearing myself for 20 seconds ago. That was really weird. Hello, everyone. In the news this month, A-level students were shocked to find out that those of them who lived in poorer areas were apparently less intelligent than their rich counterparts, thanks to a flawless grading algorithm implemented in lieu of examinations this year. After claiming that they absolutely, under no circumstances, would not U-turn on the grading system, the Tories instead performed a lowercase n-turn and scrapped the algorithm. Personally, I'm not... Thanks. But that's the level we're getting today. I wrote all these yesterday. Personally, I'm not sure why using the same system that Wish uses to advertise me Rick and Morty merch I definitely don't want, or for that matter, the same system Facebook uses to report any comments containing the words men and trash as hate speech while it's ignoring actual racism and transphobia as free speech, would have presented anything other than a biased result in favour of those more privileged in society when it comes to A-level results. Waka waka. This has been very depressing this month. This is more an essay than jokes, not going to lie. Additionally, China seals off village after bubonic plague death in Mongolia because, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? 2020, bubonic plague coming back as well. Coronavirus, no deal Brexit. Why not bring back the plague as well? At this rate, by the end of the year, we're either going to have the apocalypse or a new Ricky Gervais special. I don't know which one I'm more afraid of. There have been more than 100. There have been over 100 new coronavirus cases confirmed following Smash Mouth's last maskless and non-social distance gig. They just keep on coming and they won't stop coming. That's my favourite one, and I hate it. The UK is facing a nearly £20 billion tax hike to pay for COVID recovery, which could mean a tax hike of nearly £700 per person, or worse, Amazon could be made to pay tax. Elon Musk has invented technology to connect brain activity to computers. This breakthrough has the potential, of course, to hugely advance the progression of our species. However, because we live in a capitalist hellscape, instead of curing dementia and improving quality of life for those suffering with neurological disabilities, it'll probably just be used as yet another device to play Raid Shadow Legends on. If you've not heard of Raid Shadow Legends... No, not going to go. Conservative embarrassment. Ben Shapiro took offense to Cardi B's new single, WAP, or Wet Ass Pussy, because, as we know, one of the main causes of fear is being exposed to the unknown and unfamiliar. I do more jokes about Ben Shapiro, but it is literally impossible to own him any harder than he has owned himself. Also, Ubisoft faces backlash from their new Tom Clancy game, which featured as antagonist a group of protesters with the raised fist logo. Right, this is clearly seen as an anti-Black Lives Matter propaganda, which has outraged everyone with a conscience and concepts of racial injustice. But most Tom Clancy fans are broadly fine with it. People were shocked by Ubisoft's blatant attempt at an anti-Black Lives Matter propaganda, but to be fair, after multiple allegations of sexual misconduct within their own company, it's clear that Ubisoft doesn't even care about the lives of its own staff, let alone black people. And finally, J.K. Rowling claims that she returned an award to the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Organization this year due to the organization's criticism of her transphobic comments, fully admitting to the world that she does indeed dislike transgender people more than she supports human rights. What a role model. Trans rights and human rights, J.K. Rowling to turf. Let's start the show. So, welcome to the show. As ever, we are joined by team captains Kirstie, Simmonds, and Thom B.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. Good to have you here again. On Kirstie's team tonight, we are joined by Jewish Comedian of the Year 2017, Aaron Simmonds, and all the way from New York, Dian Cathal. Yay! Applause. I can tell you. We're up to 10. We're up to 10 people watching now. That's probably the Smash Mouth joke. And on Tom's team tonight, we have stand-up comedian, podcaster, and science commentator Cerys Bradley, and musical darling Edy Hurst.
Yay!
Yay! I am curious to. I'm looking at the YouTube stream. Oh, fantastic, Edy! You're looking fantastic. I love it. So, Kirstie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Been keeping busy. Same old, really.
Fantastic. How have you been keeping busy? Flawless. Just to segue into plug for everything you're doing.
I've been preparing to cover Grimfest for the horror website that I write for. I have been watching a lot of independent
You want
horror
to say
films.
the name of that horror website you write for? Or are you just going to...
Vampire Squid it's called. There is a link in the description to Vampire Squid and also Grimfest. So Grimfest is a horror film festival that's usually in Manchester, and this year it's going online, so there's going to be like specially timed screenings of all these independent horror films, and I have watched like 6 in the past 3 days, ready to like talk to these like directors and actors and like special effects people like over the next week. So my next week is just like chock-a-block full of like Zoom calls with horror directors, and then I have to remember like which film each of them is associated with beforehand. But I'm looking forward to it. It's been fun. It's been interesting, and I've learned the hard way, like not to watch films about cannibal children right before I go to bed.
that is proper 2020 advice. Love it. Thank you very much, Kirstie. Thanks for going. Aaron, how are you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good, yeah, I'm doing well. It's obviously we've just come to the end of what would have been the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Are you missing Edinburgh this year?
Yeah, I was really depressed about it. I just sort of moved on, but you've brought it up again. Thanks, mate.
You're very welcome. Were you actually going to take a show up this year, or was it going to be a year off?
I was going to be doing a show. I was going to be doing a show all about how I got a nickname after a one-night stand 4 years ago. And in January, that sounded like a brilliantly wacky, quirky idea to write an hours-long stand-up about. In May, it seemed a bit pointless. So, a bit arbitrary. So, all in all, I'm not terribly disillusioned with everything that it didn't happen.
Well, that's good. So, and it means the show will be even better in 2024 when the next Edinburgh Fringe happens. Now so far, all of my predictions have been right. Sorry. So, Aaron, last year you took your first show up to Edinburgh, I believe. Disabled.
Yeah, it was my debut. Yeah.
Fantastic. And is there anywhere that people can watch that show if they were not fortunate enough to be in Edinburgh last year?
It has just been released on Next Up Comedy, and you can sign up for a 7-day trial, and there's loads of great... They call it the Netflix of UK comedy, but what the Netflix of comedy is Netflix. So apart from that, it's great. So yeah, if people want to watch that, they are more than welcome to. It's all about the time I got trolled on the internet for not being disabled enough.
Fantastic.
I am disabled.
I am very much...
Can't really tell from this angle, but usually I'm in a wheelchair.
Fantastic stuff. Thanks for coming on the show. Dian, how are you doing?
I'm all right. My cat got attacked last night, and my therapist broke up with me. But otherwise, I'm doing fine.
Oh no! That's that all happened last night, or?
Seems
Denise
the therapist to attack the cat.
Fucking hell! I thank you for coming on the show despite all of your hardship. I really appreciate it. So, Dian,
I'm here for the comedy, you know.
Absolutely.
I need this.
How long have you been doing comedy now, Dian?
It depends. So I'm doing a new comedian competition, so I have to be careful what I say. You know, that thing. I did my first gig about 8 years ago, but then I don't like gigging, so I don't really do it. So I don't know comparatively.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel you. I did my first gig in 2012, and I've probably done less than 200 gigs since then. So that's shows how proficient I am. But I've not been recording these gigs, so maybe I should be. Maybe that will get me up to speed. But yeah, you mentioned you're doing New Comedian of the Year this year. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
I've been doing comedy for less than 3 years in the UK, so I guess that counts.
Sorted, yeah, fuck it.
That's what they
absolutely. Asked. So this New Comedian of the Year, is it the finals you in? I
am in the finals, yeah.
Exciting.
In a landslide.
Fantastic. Oh, good stuff. And that is when can people watch that?
It'll
and where?
September 20th. You can watch it live on Facebook through Nodding Dog Facebook page.
Fantastic stuff. We'll make sure to include a link for that in the description below, and we'll plug it on our social media as well. Thank you very much for joining us, Dian. Thom, baby, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an infusing introduction to you, and you were just like, yeah, fuck it.
I am alive, and that is, satisfactory enough for now.
Good. Yep, that is the minimum requirement we ask for.
I am the minimum requirement. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's like Kirstie, very, very busy. So it's...
very, very busy. Yes, you've got a lot of social distance warrior stuff coming up this week, as well as other things. To tell us about those things without repeating any words Kirstie said.
Well, I am also scribing for the same fearsome blog that Kirstie scribes for. So I've got that lined up for the lot. And we're doing a lot of social distance. So we have our Thursday episode coming up, as usual, on YouTube and Twitch, which is Tiernan Duyeb, I say it wrong every time, Wanda Roslin and Sarah Peblo, who are all incredible artists and performers in their own right.
That is a very good lineup. Nice one.
On Wednesday, we are going to be playing a Choose Your Own Adventure, which Kirstie is going to show you, called Eating Dracula's Ass. Where we just decide how and why we're going to eat Dracula's ass.
Hi, Dad.
How and why?
And yeah, we're just putting together as much fun stuff as we can to try and make the world less awful. My memory's not been great recently. Kirstie, have I forgotten anything?
No, I think that's everything you had to talk about.
Oh, fucking hell.
We've got a bit coming up for the lockdown lock-in.
Oh,
and also on Thursday, it clashes with our show, but we've got a bit for Dr. Strongarm's Dark Delights as well.
Well, you can watch both. It'll be like in Community, where Abed's going on about is in the background of Cougar Town, and then if you switch to YouTube, it'll be Dr. Strongarm and Arbit. So basically what I'm saying is that we are just as talented writers as Dan Harmon.
Exactly.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much for joining us, Thom. Cerys, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing good. Yes, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. You are one of the many acts I was really excited to have on our live shows this year. I did really good booking Blizzard for this year. For those of you who don't know, I got loads of really good names, people I wanted to book for ages, and then all of the gigs were cancelled. So we are very delighted to have you on our whatever the fuck this is. So thank you very much.
I'm excited to do something because I've got my first gig at the end of September and I haven't been funny since March. So,
oh, exciting! Is that an in-person gig or?
Yeah, it's the semi-final of Amused Moose Comedian of the Year.
Fantastic!
So they're going to do like a socially distanced thing.
Good stuff. Make sure you send us the details of that. We'll plug that on social media for you as well. What else have you been doing to keep busy during the time of not being funny?
Well, and firstly, I'd like to say that your leading questions they felt very natural.
Yes, they have, haven't they?
The thing that I'm supposed to be talking about is about 2 months ago, I snapped and bought a badge maker and spent just an enormous amount of money on materials that it turned out were incompatible with my badge maker. So I have now broken my badge maker, but I've found all of the badges that I've made from shows previous that I have, like all the stock that I have that I haven't sold, and painted over them and stuck loads of stuff on them. And I've now opened an Etsy shop called Badly Made Badges. So you can buy your very own completely unique, very tacky pronoun badge if you would like to.
We just love a badge.
I'm so down with that.
That is absolutely fantastic. I believe we have a link in the description below.
There is a link in the description below.
And we'll do some social media posts about that as well. Yep. So if you have pronouns and you like badly made badges, if you don't have
pronouns, there are pronounless badges as well.
There are pronouns. So if you have pronouns, or if you don't have pronouns, or if you like badges but you don't want well-made badges, this is perfect for you.
I feel like if the queer community had army uniforms, and badly made badges would be on medals.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're all unique, which means that you can collect them all.
Oh, don't tell me that, because I will. I'm very easy to sell to.
I clicked the link to put it in the description, and the first one that jumped out at me was trans flag, but it has eyes, and it's got 5 eyes, and I'm like, I love it. It's such a hideous little monster, and it's going to be my
baby. I can't explain where any of the inspiration for any of the badges came from, but I promise they will be conversation starters. You're confident enough to take them outside your home.
That's fantastic. I mean, I have been looking for pronoun badges just because I put it in emails. That's the only time I really include my pronouns anyway. I want to have it loudly everywhere on me. So I think I'm going to be investing in one of those badges myself.
You should get it as a throat tattoo.
Oh, that'd be
Well, this is what I was thinking, because some people have the pronouns she, her, and some people have the pronouns she, her, but in gold glitter, like several centimeters high.
Exactly.
No one's pronouns are the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like it. Yeah, please do go and check that out. Thank you very much for joining us, Cerys. And last but not least, Edy, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for having me, Jonny. It's a pleasure to be
here. Very welcome.
I'm so formal. I didn't realise wearing this would make me act as formal as this. I've not been out in a while, but I have spent a lot of time on eBay.
I feel like you're my dad. I feel like you're my dad, and this is my digital graduation.
It's happened. I feel like I'm preparing for an award. Look at what have I done?
I mean, if you do well enough on the games, you will.
Yeah, you will.
Here's hoping. You
can have. Sorry, go on.
No, I heard there might be an award. What? Come on, mate. Oh, baby, I need this.
I was going to say we can get you the Human Rights Award that was taken off J.K. Rowling.
Yes, please.
Because Edy is dressed for an award, can we have some bonus points?
No, you can't.
Thom always closing B there with the first shot of the game.
Edy, you do podcasts. What podcast do you do?
Yeah, I mean, what's great about the podcast is the response has been so enthusiastic. People are really excited about it. I was meant to do a show this year, which was Edy Hurst's comedy version of Jeff Wayne's musical version of H.G. Wells' literary version by Orson Welles' radio version of Steven Spielberg's film version of The War of the Worlds. Things didn't quite go according to plan, but the irony of doing a show that's all based around germs coming to save mankind in a time where germs are not helping anyone was quite funny, to me at least. I mean, probably not to a lot of people. Sorry to you and condolences. But hey, what am I going to do? So I decided to do a podcast version of the book where I read a chapter out. I do little digressions on things. It's just a mad lark like Victorian racism and top 10 tripods of the world, all sorts of stuff. So yeah. That's it. It's going all right so far. I've committed to it now. I can't stop. It is a cage that I am trapped in.
Wonderful stuff. So where will people be able to hear that when it's done?
We're on chapter 10 now.
Oh, okay. So where can people watch that?
So you can get it anywhere that you get good or bad podcasts, because I decide not to limit myself by quality. iTunes, Spotify. I think Spotify's the most convenient for podcasts. I don't know about anyone else's method of choosing, but it's certainly the worst for actual podcasters because you can't rate or review it or anything. So say to people, thanks so much for listening, guys. Don't forget to rate and review so more people can find out. And then someone will be like, oh yeah, I'll do that by absolutely fuck all. Perfect. Not that it annoys me.
But it means that if it's shit, no one knows.
That's true. Well, thanks, Thom.
Anytime. I love Graham's podcast. You know that.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Thank you very much for joining, Edy. Let's get on with the show. So our first round is, as always, no context. This is our picture round. We'll be showing our panelists a selection of pictures from the news over the past month without any descriptive context. Points are awarded for the team that guesses the news story that the picture is referring to. So we're just going to queue up the first picture now. I'm going to kill time by reading the comments until that is ready. It's done. Okay, no, never mind then. I don't have to kill time. Fantastic. So what I do need to do is send the picture to the panelists because you can't see it unless you have YouTube open. I'm very organized.
It's a professional show.
Yeah,
it's smooth.
You know what? When I was logging onto my laptop like 2 hours ago, I was like, I need to remember this because I forget it every time, and then I just waste a lot of time at the beginning of the show because my laptop decides that when I need to get something up quickly is when it wants to struggle.
Right,
so it is.
But at least we've been able to have this top tier banter.
Can we talk about how the way that the live stream has frozen on my computer makes Aaron look like a gay porn icon?
I'm okay with that.
Has anyone else frozen in the exact same?
Mine hasn't frozen, but
no, mine's looking
that's just for me then.
Can you please take a screenshot of what I look like? Because I don't know what I look like as a gay porn icon.
Pop it in the chat, and Sam can put it on the screen later during the break.
Use the phrase "pop
Great.
it."
Absolutely. So, okay, the picture is up now. I've sent it over. What do we think is happening here? Oh, wait, hang on. It's not been sent. I pressed enter, but it lied to me. There we are. It's been sent. There we are.
Here we go.
Here we go. Right.
We're ready now. I'm going to get the next one ready. We don't have this all again.
This is what happens when you hit a child at a cool 88 miles an hour.
Get some potassium, bitch. That's what it's saying.
Millennials finally ditch avocado toast, and you won't believe what happens.
This 7-year-old has bought their own house and car and banana without any help from their parents. Find out how.
Is university right for you? This child says, fuck it.
Doctors are furious at housewives' anti-aging remedy.
How TikTok stars are spending their millions.
Just shitloads of bananas.
How Big Banana is financing the motor industry.
And child slavery.
In these cutting times, why not save the budget by throwing your child in front of a car?
What a way to land, though! If that child was thrown in front of the car, that's
how I'm gonna go out. Oh yeah,
yep, just exactly like that. Yeah, I can see it. You can pull that off. I like it. Next show, you need to get that exact outfit and in that size as well, and wear that.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Thom has something similar, at least.
What, bananas?
Bananas.
I mean,
I've got a plantain. Does that? It's similar to a banana.
Fucking love me some banana bread. Bananas coming out my arsehole. Why would I say that?
You are eating them wrong.
I mean, if you eat a lot of bananas, you're not wrong in the long run.
They do eventually come out your arsehole. That's how digestion works.
Okay, I'm eating them wrong then.
You meant to eat them by making intense eye contact with men on the tube, right? That's...
Well, no, because you should be wearing masks on the tube, so you shouldn't be wearing bananas.
No, I just.
What about if you get a mask with a banana hole, though?
Nobody should be wearing bananas.
What if the banana is on the inside of the mask, like sellotape to it, and I put it on?
Like a feed bag, but just with a little pot of mashed banana.
No, a whole banana.
Yeah, a whole banana.
Whole banana.
Do you choke?
Not with my dad.
You just look like a weird gonzo until you eat the banana, and then it's a weird gonzo.
Well, isn't that what a mask is for? It's a banana holder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I realize none of us thought of this, but you could split the banana open sideways, and it fits quite comfortably in the mask. They're a good shape for it.
No, I'm not eating the banana.
From the
life hack.
I'm not corn on a cob in banana.
All right, fine. You look like a weird gonzo, but I'm going to be able to carefully hide my banana behind my mask when I want a snack on the tube.
There's no way to subtly hide a banana. The bananas.
Yeah, because if you write on your mask, there is no banana in this mask.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's a great disguise. Yeah,
you can take away my freedom, but you can't take away my bananas.
I can't breathe, but there is a banana in front of me.
That is not helping.
That's why I've just breathed in a shitload of banana. All my airways are clogged.
I'm choking, open parenthesis, on a banana.
Don't wear that on the tube.
Oh, well, what I want on the tube. So anyway, so what's this picture, guys?
You can buy a badge with a banana on it from my badge shop.
Oh, fantastic.
Just saying.
Really well drawn.
I feel like you're going to have to get a lot more banana badges in after this.
Well, I'm now going to make some banana mask badges.
Oh, let me know when they're up. I want one.
You know what, guys? I think that this news picture is the news that children fucking with bananas.
Yes, yeah. The the big news story this month. Huge study, millions went into it. Like, turns out kids love bananas.
They fucking love bananas.
There's
nothing else to be researching at the moment, so they just put all the money into that.
I think there are things we could be putting our money into. Yeah.
Mind you. One of the biggest bits of research that's come out apparently is that it turns out people in disadvantaged areas live disadvantaged lives, and scientists are like, do you know why is this? Why is these people who are punished in society? Why are they struggling? It's like, oh wow, yeah, I'm glad we had research on that. You fucking idiots.
Right, does anyone know what this actually is?
Just
Very
quickly,
privileged
in other
child
news,
lives good life.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Very privileged child lives good life.
That is not the news story, but I reckon she's probably fairly well off.
Did someone kick off about them thinking this sexualized a child?
Yep, spot on. That's
Something like
point to Kirstie's team. Yep. So
Well,
this
that car is stood very close.
That car is not 2 meters away.
Wasn't it that, like, the banana's too sexy a fruit to take a photo of a child eating it?
Yeah, so what is it? Yeah, this is a story about how German car manufacturer Audi has been forced to apologize for this car advert after claims that the advert is sexualizing a small child. People were really offended by this. They got a lot of shit on Twitter of it. But I'd argue, if you're looking at this picture of a child eating a banana leaning on a car bonnet and that's too sexual for you, I think you're the one who's over-sexualizing the child.
Is she supposed to be like Meg Ryan in Transformers? Is that what that's supposed to be? I feel like they really missed it. So.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to the next picture. I will. Oh shit! I had it queued up, and then I went to Facebook. There we are.
Wait, on that round, or did just Kirstie win?
Oh, that's our whole team.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well done. Team points.
Yep. Team Kirstie round next.
There's no point being funny in this comedy show.
It literally is. Like, that's how you get all your points, Thom.
It is. It's not by general knowledge. That's how I'm going to do Mastermind. Just every answer is going to be a pun.
Right, next picture. I have sent it over, I think. Yes, I have.
Okay, I do actually know this news story. I know that we're supposed to do banter beforehand, but I'm too excited.
I have a banter one.
Don't break the illusion. Do banter first. Pretend you don't know. And then
No. Let me tell you the news story because I'm really proud of myself for
we
knowing
need the
it.
points, please.
So basically,
okay, fine.
Right. So what happened is that puppy, right?
No.
It sold its cow, and it got given magic beans. And then when it planted the magic beans, this massive beanstalk grew with these big flowers at the top. And so the puppy, it climbed all the way up to the top. And you can even see the little hand grips that the puppy made to climb up to the top. And then when it got there, it met this big giant. And it was like, oh no, are you a puppy eating giant? And the giant was like, of course I'm not. Who would eat a puppy? And now they're really good friends.
And that is, of course, Jack Russell and the Beanstalk.
Do you know what? I'm going to give you a point, even though that's not the right answer, because that was...
My absolute favourite part of that was halfway through when Eddie realised what joke he can make and just sat there really patiently, just like, wait until they're finished.
My dad's sense kicked in. I was just like, oh shit, there's a pun. Fuck. Oh god.
Can I say the real answer?
What do you mean the real answer?
We've decided that's the real answer. Now it's time for bants. Get aboard the banter bus.
That. I read this story and it was sexualized child takes picture standing next to really big ass sunflowers.
It just looks like he's sacrificing his dog to the Triffids.
Big ass sunflowers, of course, is the follow-up sequel to Wet Ass Pussy.
I feel like he's only got the sunflowers to distract from his very dangerous-looking drainpipe.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
Yeah.
Doctors are furious at man's DIY fix.
I don't think we should be laughing at this, guys. It's clearly world's smallest man and dog grow average size sunflowers. Honestly, I'm offended at your jokes.
Very ableist. You're right.
Man catches cutest burglar with the first public hanging since 1868.
If they're average size sunflowers, why is his window so big?
It's a shed. He's fucked up the DIY of it. Like,
I see the flaws in your joke. I don't think it works.
No, he was trying to build a conservatory, but he didn't know what he was doing, so he put it on the second floor. It's like where the Fonz used to live in Happy Days. So it's just like one of those setups.
Checks out.
Yeah, Happy Days. Topical references on this topical show, folks. Happy Days.
Is that man Peter Winkler? He's really gone downhill. But at least he is a pup.
It's a very cute pup. Right, do we know what's going on here?
Obviously not.
I mean, I'm going to take a wild step in the dark, but it's big sunflowers. Big ass sunflowers.
It is big ass sunflowers.
Man grows big sunflowers. Dog is also proud.
Dog is also proud.
Dog.
Man grows big sunflowers. But has a very cute dog who he wants to show off. No one will look at the dog. No one cares about the dog. So he's grown some big ass sunflowers so that he can show off his dog. Is that it?
No, but the big sunflowers is right, and I'm bored of this, so I'm just going to say yeah.
You already gave us a point, so you can't take it away now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is he growing opium? Is this a heroin farm?
He's made a real error if he's growing heroin with sunflowers. Just to give him a.
I'm thinking of poppies. Never mind.
He's really. Somebody's really done him
that's
over.
A puppy. That's a puppy.
Yes. So yeah, this is a story about Richard Hope, pictured there, who has grown the world's tallest sunflower at 26 feet. So it's almost as big as Tom's cock.
That would make me pass out, though.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
that's not pleasant for anybody.
No, it's not pleasant for anyone. But
I was really excited you
problem.
were complimenting people. I was like, oh. And Tom just went and shot you down. Take away a point
I'll
for him being
teach
so
you
rude.
to be nice to me.
Don't take compliments very well. I'm very mentally ill.
Right. At the end of that round, Kirstie and Tom's team both have 1 point. So yay!
Yeah.
Everything to play for.
Wait, we have two.
No, because you didn't really. You just kept saying big sunflowers. That wasn't technically the answer. So.
It kind of was, though.
Wait, hold on. The headline is "Man grows biggest sunflowers." We say big ass sunflowers.
Well,
and that's
actually,
not the headline.
Actually, the headline is that the man grew the tallest sunflower, and he said the biggest. So, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, English is stupid. Don't blame me.
if you take actually in square meter wise, it's not the biggest sunflower. It's just the height of it is tall. It's
the HP pencil
Guinness.
of sunflowers.
They've given out so many records now that Guinness have to be so specific. It's not. I mean, it devalues it for everyone.
Really thick ass sunflower.
Girthiest sunflower.
Oh, the girl.
It's a sunflower, but with the trunk of a redwood.
Oh.
Hideous.
Wonderful. Yeah, so at the end of that round, 1 point each. So fuck off. Our next round is breaking news. So this time I'm going to give each team the first line of a news story, and then they have to carry it on in turns to try and work out what the original news story was, or just to be dicks, apparently. So let's see how this goes. Kirstie's team.
Just pretend we don't know who that was aimed at.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when do we ever try and figure out the actual news story?
To be fair, often it's really obvious. So, Kirstie's team. It is Kirstie's team first, isn't it? I've got that right. Yep, I have. Good. So your first line is.
What order are we going in?
Whatever you want. It's not like my rules matter. No, we'll go Kirstie, Dian, Aaron. So
Okay.
Your first line is: a new report says the rate of tax dodging by residential landlords has exploded in the last decade.
The Tory government have pledged to do everything they can to protect their friends from being punished.
Shockingly, nobody is shocked. Turns out people who make money off poor people are scumbags. Who knew? Everyone.
The end.
The end. I'm proud of you guys.
Do you want me to go on that? I think we're all in agreement that Tories are cunts. Like, there's no.
No.
There's nowhere more to go.
But the question is that the headline?
Yeah.
The headline is
the
not
the
tallest
tallest
cunts,
cunts.
not the biggest cunts.
Yeah.
But the jerkiest cunts.
That is a sentence I never want to hear again in my
Jerky
life.
cunt.
I really enjoy we've just got a comment on YouTube that says that's a really disappointing sentence for one that includes both the words landlord and exploded.
Fantastic. Fuck it. Richard can have the point. Right? He's putting more effort into this game than you pricks.
Rude.
Wait, what?
I was really proud of us. I thought we did well.
You did do well. I'm just being a dick.
It was a perfect news story. It had a beginning, a middle, and at the end.
Very clear at the end. You're not
That
even
is
on the
what they
team,
call
Eddie.
I just like to be nice.
Be supportive.
You are
He
not
knows-
going to win biggest dickhead of the month, and you've dressed up all in your suit, but then you're not playing the game.
But he
I know,
might
I'm
win
sorry.
jerkiest dickhead of the month.
Listen, Eddie. Somebody else wins the award. Eddie is a gracious loser. Just happy to be there.
Gracious Loser is the name of my pop-punk band.
That's a great title.
It's not the biggest loser. Television.
The tallest loser.
I'm just one long loser.
I'd lose to Richard Osman, though, wouldn't I? Still.
Aaron, you're still taller than me, man. You're fine.
Okay. Well, you ended that very abruptly, so it's Tom's team now. And I'll decide the points at the end of that. So, Tom's team, you can go in an order. Let's go with. I don't know. I can't.
I go first because of what Tom did in the rehearsals.
Yes.
You know what?
You can.
Without context, that sounds horrible.
Yes. Okay. Fine. We can go. Okay. We'll go Cerys, Eddie, and then Tom.
You know, as it goes round for a second round, I'm just trying to make it worse.
Okay. Yep. So your first line is: strange particles observed by an experiment in Antarctica could be evidence of an alternative reality where everything is upside down.
More probably, they're not.
Oh yeah, I sabotage it.
Top scientists have sent Kurt Russell and a dog to investigate.
Although in the alternative reality, they are, of course, referred to as bottom scientists. Which is also Tom B's type.
Do we keep going?
Yeah.
Keep going. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we'd already lost because we didn't say the end.
It ends when we say the end. We can go for 10 if we want.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's keep going.
Let's keep this banter bus rolling.
This is very much like the bit where you click, "Are you still reading?" on a.
Are you still watching the Star Trek Enterprise now?
Oh, it's my go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't remember what the last line was, to be honest. We can't just keep going.
Bottom
It was
doctors.
Tomby's sexual preferences.
Yeah, it was about me bombing scientists.
Okay, good.
But in the alternative universe, Tomby would be the. I didn't think I had to say it because it was implied. Sorry. Top scientists have been searching for this alternative universe. That's it. I'm just doing the setups now.
Right?
Oh, nice.
They much prefer its early work to when it went late and mainstream. Little joke about
The end.
old band.
I mean, I was going to give you the point for just not ending it at the end, but then you did.
Oh no, wait, hold on, back up, it's fine. And now Jonny with the weather.
Just Jonny.
Richard's keeping the point for that round. I'm not going to lie.
You know, you've got like infinite points, right?
No, there's no magic points tree.
It's trickle down points here, guys.
That's a really funny joke in 2017 series.
Of points. Like even if we got 1 million points each, it means nothing. Like there's no point.
If they're not a finite resource, then Jonny can't encourage us to fight over them.
Exactly.
Johnny, I want to know what happened to all the PPE you bought with those points.
Oh, wait. So because there's not a finite, if there's not a finite one, then we can't fight over it. Therefore, Johnny doesn't have the power. Does that mean that Johnny is like Quizmaster Capitalist?
Oh God, no, never call me that again.
I'm just, just for socialism. Maybe you should be a bit more generous with the points.
I think the only way to get yourself out of this is by
Tom,
giving us
are we
points.
gonna team up and overthrow capitalist Johnny? Is that what we're doing? Are we realizing there's more of us than there are of them?
Yes, there are.
We're gonna seize the means of production. It's just your webcam.
We're gonna seize the points and run off to live in our little point-sharing utopia.
Fine, okay. If you want communism, you can both have 1 point. So it's on 2 all. The positions are the same. Let's move on.
Okay, it's fine though. We're both beating the audience.
It's fine. I'm giving Richard
by 1 point.
Who has 1 point?
Okay, fine, yeah. Kirstie's team has 2. Tom's team have 2. Richard has only 1 point. But Richard earned his without whining. So
I told him the 99%, but with the numbers, it's more like the 20%.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Okay, next round. We've got one more round before our next break. So this round is fake news detectives. I'm going to give the teams 3 headlines. 2 of them are real, 1 which I made up. Their job is to pick out which one of them is the fake news headline. Just to clarify, these are headlines that have been reported on various news publications. They're not necessarily true, but they have been reported as if they were. So they've just got to pick the one that I've made up. So fake news detectives is actually a bad name for the round. This bit isn't funny. Just I want to cover my arse in case you think I'm pushing propaganda. So
the
first,
capitalist Johnny you are.
team.
Capitalist Johnny is scared now, I think.
Yeah.
You need a smoke screen to cover yourself.
The Patreon actually goes via Panama.
And it's true we're not paying tax on it, but Patreon is, I think, to be fair, I think they've upped everyone's fee, so now that everyone's who's been donating money is now donating more money, but we're not getting any more money, so that's fun. But anyway, that's for another time. Kirstie's team, your headlines are: Canada Brewery apologizes for beer named pubic hair in Maori, Vladimir Putin for sale on Wish for £20, and council worker sacked for playing porn during meeting blames goose.
I could easily believe all of these.
Yeah.
Team, just a heads up, I will talk myself into and out of all of them. I'm really bad at this game, but so is Tom, so it's fine. Right,
no
Canada
spoilers.
Beer apologizes for beer named pubic hair in Maori. I really want that to be true. Possibly because I kind of think they might have done it on purpose, because I wouldn't have heard of that brewery otherwise. That's a good marketing tactic. I kind of want to try that beer.
I feel like it's just a company version of getting like a shitty tattoo in another language. Not really.
Yeah.
It says no regrets.
What did Tommy ever do to you?
How are we feeling about that? Do you reckon that's a thing that
real.
happened?
I think that's real.
Yeah, I think that's sort of
Shit.
I think of it as a news story that's kind of funny, but not wacky enough that Johnny's made it up.
Okay.
I think he's put in a bit more effort.
Right.
But the other point of it is surely with the amount of businesses there are, at some stage you're going to get some crossover between a different language and, whether the pubic hair or not. I know the Ford Pinto. It might not be a Ford, but there's cars that mean tiny cock in South America and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I only know that because I went to South America and they were calling me that, and then I rented a car. So so it's believable and not funny enough that I think Johnny's made it up.
That's true.
Okay. Right, next one. Vladimir Putin for sale on Wish for £20. I've seen Saddam Hussein on Wish.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a play on that.
idea.
Johnny might be being clever and being like, well, maybe there's a Vladimir Putin as well.
Or is it really clickbaity, where it's someone has a Vladimir Putin beach towel.
Yeah.
And then you open it, it's kidding, he's on a beach towel.
I've definitely tried to pressure some people into buying the Saddam Hussein just because I kind of want to see what's going to show up.
Why was I not one of them? That's the sort of thing you tell me to do.
It is, isn't it? Sorry.
She's doing it right now.
And the last one, council worker sacked for playing porn during meeting blames goose. I just want that to be true. That's a great story.
Who doesn't want
Like,
to?
I'm quite happy to live in willful ignorance if it isn't.
I mean, you're gonna find out.
I would rather pretend to live in a world where that is true than live in the real world where that is not.
Same. And it's
Or
We all would.
for our own mental health, saying Vladimir Putin is the lie.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. You are correct. Vladimir Putin is the lie for the very reason you were suggesting. Yep, Vladimir Putin was not on sale. Sorry. Vladimir Putin was not spotted on sale on Wish for £20. It was actually Saddam Hussein, and it was only £15, which is a much better deal. As far as fascist dictators go, that's pretty good value. Like, you wouldn't get your hands on Pol Pot on Etsy without breaking the bank a bit.
Like, I do want to know what would show up if you bought that though, because like even when you get like the cardboard cutouts of people, they're like 40 quid. Like,
It's still a good deal if it's a couple cut.
if you get like a cardboard cutout, it's a good deal. If you get like a little like a doll or something, if it's one of them like masks that you get, that's a bit shit. But
It's only a bad deal if it's actually him.
you will just get a box of ashes.
You know what? Maybe it's just like okay. This might sound like a conspiracy, but maybe he's still alive. But he did that thing that like boomers do, where like he was trying to use a new platform and accidentally put his name and profile picture in the sales bit rather than his account.
My favorite thing about this, though, is like came up with the theory because, like in Star Trek, the Ferengi, when they die, get themselves desiccated and sell them off to like everyone to like make profit in the afterlife. And I genuinely think that it's just some venture capitalist just being like, what if we like? I've just seen this episode of Star Trek. What if we like got dictators, crushed them down, just put them on Wish? Like, you know, people will eat that shit up.
It's a great idea. It's called Tiny Taters. Here's what we do. We get your Hitlers, we get your Stalin, we put them in a box. It's going to be a mystery, so they got to collect them all.
There's a kid series, Tater Tots.
But it's a 1930s gangster as well. This is who I think a venture capitalist is in my head.
That's how I've been hanging on to that shit, just wondering how to capitalize.
Wonderful stuff. So I think that's the first time you've won that round, Kirstie. Well done.
I think it is, yeah. And this is episode 4. And like, sometimes I think, this is what I'm saying. I convince myself of all 3 of them, and then I don't know which one is the right answer. And I rely on my team, so it's all their faults, not mine. But it does also mean my team. It does mean that my team this week are the reason that we got the points. It's clearly I easily could have talked myself into any of those. So well done,
the
team.
best team. Wonderful stuff. Okay, Tom's team. What?
the best team, and now Tom's team.
The best of Kirstie's teams. I should have been clearer. But also, let's be fair, probably also true. Tom,
don't put these two on my level. That's not fair.
No, that's true. They are very good.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Your headlines are: Friends to be made as a gritty TV drama. Gardener sets new speed record on back of homemade wheelbarrow. And Final Fantasy 14 player eats 999 eggs.
You know what?
I've definitely eaten 999 eggs in my life.
Yeah, no, I reckon that one's true. That one, it's like it's online gaming feel, isn't it? It's just like you want to do some grinding, nom on a boiled egg, do some more grinding. This
is on Final Fantasy, right? This is not just out and about.
Oh, that's a good point. It might just be that they have just been eating eggs on Final. I thought they were eating physical eggs just as snacks as they were gaming.
Well, I mean, that would be easier, wouldn't it? Because video game people aren't constrained by the human stomach. So I'm even less impressed.
I've never played Final Fantasy 14, so I don't know how the egg eating mechanic works. So I can't.
Then why are you presenting the show if you can't provide us with this information?
There's definitely an egg eating mechanic in Final Fantasy 15. It's very pretty.
Is there?
Yeah, the food is like you have to go and camp and like cook and like you learn different recipes on your travels. The food is the prettiest part of the game. Okay. It's like they make it look really going off topic, I really want the Friends one to be true, but I would like people to discuss what they think a gritty reboot of Friends would look like.
Well, it's just Friends, but played now, isn't it?
Yeah, where they can't afford, a penthouse in Manhattan working in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And they get called out for all the creepy things they do to try and sleep with people.
And they have
So
black friends. Wouldn't that be fun?
No,
that would be an urban reboot. That's how they would brand it.
Friends, the next generation.
That would be the crossover with the reboot of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when they do a crossover episode and they make friends.
Marcel the monkey, when she comes into the series, she's rabid.
Marcel the monkey. Fun fact: Marcel the monkey is still going and is going to be in a TV series because she's going to be Ampersand in Why the Last Man on FX. So still kicking, still acting. That monkey's got a better career than all of us put together.
And all of the Friends as well.
And all of the Friends. No, Jennifer Aniston did all right. Better career than Matthew Perry, certainly. Oh, poor Matthew Perry. I'm getting distracted.
So the gardener sets new speed record on the back of a homemade wheelbarrow. I 100% think is true.
I reckon.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm from the West Country, home of cheese rolling as a sport. So I'm sold on that one.
Yeah, no, I've got a friend who used to kit out, ride on lawnmowers, and on the weekend he just raced around go-kart tracks with all his mates. There was a league and everything. It looked ridiculous and amazing in the perfect combination.
How many eggs did he eat?
Well, it was an average of 5 per lap.
Right, sure.
It's not a joke, just a fact, isn't it?
Well below par.
I feel like as well with lockdown, there is a finite amount of gardening that you can do. And when you get to that point, you do start thinking about the land speed record. It's always on your mind. I go, I've got to sort out my petunias, got to break a land speed record. So I'm all for that one.
So far they could all be true, which I'm very aware is the point of the game. Yeah. But
I'm gonna go for a guess with this that I think it's, and Thom, by all means, feel free. You're the boss here, so feel free to talk me down.
Certainly, I'm not.
But you don't care about my opinion.
Cerys, I care about your opinion, but we're colleagues here.
I care about everybody's opinion. Don't do this.
I think it's going to be the Friends gritty reboot because isn't Fresh Prince meant to be having a gritty reboot?
Yeah, and the only thing about Friends I've heard is a reunion, so I don't know. And Cerys, what do you think?
I don't want this pity arc.
This is a democratic process. Edy did some talking, and now
pity plays a part in democracy.
It does. that's how Trump got there.
Oh.
I also think that it's the Friends to be remade as a gritty TV drama.
Then I will agree with the team and say Friends to be remade as a gritty drama.
You are correct. That is the fake one. So you also get a point. This is still neck and neck.
Even Stevens in
your face,
socialism.
Richard.
Yep. So the Final Fantasy 14 player eating 999 eggs is true, and apparently a news story. It became a massive event on Twitter. Apparently,
were they in game or out?
Yeah, we need to know.
In game, a Final Fantasy 14 player was handed 999 eggs by another player, and he just said, "Eat these eggs," and he said, "Okay," and then he started chronicling it on Twitter.
Did he ask for red balloons or something?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I only read the first paragraph of the article. I'm a terrible host.
Yeah, I feel like there was probably more later on in the article that made it a bigger news story. Was there not?
No.
It's been a really slow news month. Not much is happening.
Yeah. I think it's lockdown. There's only so many things that you can do on Final Fantasy before you go for the eggs eating record.
Yeah, you break the land speed record, you go to the eggs. That's it.
Thank you for pointing out the callback because it didn't get the laugh that I thought that it was going to.
I thought I'd hammer it.
What a great team we make.
Fantastic stuff. And yeah, it is also true that a gardener so the thing that this headline set a new speed record is in quotation marks, and that really confused me because what it is the gardener believes he has set a new speed record, but he's not had it confirmed. So I think that's a sneaky headline there by
absolute bullshit. Like, I have been on a fucking steep hill in a wheelchair and timed it. It was like 18 miles an hour. There's no way that this gardener has gone into a wheelbarrow and has gone faster than the fucking car.
No, they put motors on it and stuff.
No.
Yeah, so he believes it was like specifically designed for speed. It was
this wheelbarrow. It's got a need for speed.
Who goes? Yeah, that really aerodynamic wheelbarrow I've got in the
too
shed.
fast, too compost.
Yeah, so.
What you have to understand about the Guinness Book of Records, though, is that it is incredibly political. And if you talk to anyone who has not made it into the book but has tried, they will tell you that the Guinness Book of Records goes where the money is. And if there's no money in wheelbarrows, then that wheelbarrow is not breaking the record.
No money in wheelbarrows was also what they said in Weimar period Germany. Do you remember the story about the hyperinflation with the...
Anyway, as I was saying, so he reached speeds of about 45 miles per hour. His name is Kevin Nix, and he's currently the holder of the 2018 record for world's fastest shed. Right, which is a fucking. That's like creating the world's lightest paperweight or the world's most attractive turf. It's pointless and not a lot of competition.
Has he considered just accepting he's unhappy in his marriage?
He probably should do. Right. Sam's. So Jonny, is that worth a point? Mark Grimshaw has actually eaten 999 eggs throughout the duration of the show so far. No, it's not worth a point because that was not one of the questions or challenges. But, good for you. Right, at the end of that round, it is still 3-3 plus 1 point for Richard. We're going to have a little break now for about 15 minutes. So if you want to go do things, do it now. I'm still going to be here chatting shit, maybe talking to some of the comments. But yeah, panelists, if you need to poo, go do that. We'll see you back here at 1:45.
But don't forget to turn your mic off because I made that mistake last month and everyone heard me do it too.
So now we move on to the unscripted.
Unscripted, yeah. I'm just going to have a look.
But it actually is in the script.
Yes. Yep. Everything is scripted up until now, rigidly. Let's have a look at some of these comments. So we got. We had Mark Grimshaw giving away the answer to that last one in the comments, but I'm going to assume that Thom didn't see it.
Comments.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The chat.
Yeah, babe, this is on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. So it is.
Richard Moore said, "Ooh, kind of want a pickled egg now." Well, if you want a pickled egg, now's the time to get it. Nothing interesting is going to happen for the next 15 minutes.
I love the faith you have in your own show.
That's a bit rich coming from you, Thom.
I love my show. It's just no one else does.
You don't vocalize it ever.
It's because being negative is where that money's at.
And then we got Andrew Taylor, who's demanding more audience points. No.
Earn them, Andrew.
Yeah, earn them. And to be fair, you don't have audience points. Richard has a point. Has a point.
You cannot pick
this typical divide and conquer strategy again.
I would just let Richard, Andrew, and Mark join the Zoom call, but that would really fuck things up for Sam, who's really carefully positioned everyone. So
Jonny has actually set up an algorithm which decides the audience members' points.
Oh god!
Based directly on how many points you got last month.
Yeah, which was none.
Yeah. The organisation is called Ofcol.
I found that far too far.
All it needs to work is your credit rating.
Yep. Someone pointed out that we'd misspelled Maori on the. Yep, you did fix it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how that happened because I copied it. Oh, that's all right then. I was genuinely confused when you said you just copy pasted it. I was like, shit, right. That's absolutely fine. Apologies to any Maori people watching. Richard Moore said, "Is it spelled Maori rather than Maori, or are we anti-Mao in spelling as well as policy?" Yeah, I'll just go with that. That'll work. It's fine to be culturally insensitive as long as you're doing it to piss off dictators. No, it's not.
I really want a Maui bar now.
You want a what?
Malibon.
Oh, I haven't had one of those in ages.
Mm.
Oh God, do you remember Ventura bars?
No.
Anybody remember Ventura bars?
What was in
man.
them? Describe them, and I'll
So
imagine
it-
how delicious it would be.
So it was like a big stick of fudge, only the inside was this sort of fizzy fruit nougat.
I do remember those.
That sounds wild.
So weird, so 90s. Such a 90s sweet because no part of it was like real. It was all made of chemicals.
Yeah, it was like
The
kids love
ones-
fudge. What else do kids love? Popping candy.
That
The
sounds
ones that I miss
amazing.
are the Taz Freddos.
Yes, I loved those. Big fan of that. And also when you got Tazos in crisps.
Yeah.
Do you remember the past? Hey,
I
do you remember
did.
the past?
Like when they had the Pokemon ones.
Yes,
My favourite.
I love that.
I still have my little collector's folder of all the ones they did of Star Wars when they did the original trilogy re-release in the late 90s. That's
Of
like
course
I've got them all.
you
I
do.
traded them and I've kept it because it's that cute. And I was told as a child it'd be worth something one day. It won't.
Yeah,
Of course it won't.
I feel like we were the generation of stuff being like collectors, limited edition and stuff. And all we knew at the time was like, oh, Spider-Man comics sold for $5,000, the first one. And then there's me holding a free give out Ronald McFucking Donald from McDonald's like, oh, that's a gold mine.
I'm gonna laminate my free comic book day comic. One day, millions.
Yeah, just like a prick I've still got all my Beanie Babies like. I mean, they're not worth anything now, but when the apocalypse happens...
I used to have.
In our new Beanie Baby barter system.
Yeah, that Beanie Baby-based economy.
I used to have like a lot of Pokemon cards, and like on the one hand, my cousin's got a little boy, and she's like, "Oh, he's really into Pokemon. Do you have any old Pokemon stuff?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And on the other hand, people are going, "Old Pokemon cards are really worth something, so maybe look into how much they're worth." But my mum gave them to my little brother, and he gave them to his mates. He traded them for sweets. So I have none of my Pokemon cards. I don't know if they're worth anything.
But it's
My
sweets to
my
wet
brother's friend George Setterfield stole all my shinies. So
I had
I
two
have
Mew
an
cards.
original-
Two.
I have an original Mew. I still have one.
I had one of those
Jealous.
Mews you could get from the cinema when Pokemon
The
came.
ancient Mew. Yeah.
Ancient Mew
I
cards.
got that.
Yeah, I had two. My brother gave them away. I'm still mad at him.
Hey, weren't Tamagotchis wild?
Hey, Garlic Tamagotchi! Garlic Tamagotchi!
And I was not a merciful God with their lives. It really showed me how bad of a human that I shouldn't be in charge of things that need me to care for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendogs taught me that one. I let those
I never got
little
into
fuckers
Nintendogs.
die. I've not
but-
seen them in a
They run away
decade.
though. They do escape the house that you've locked
Do
them in.
they?
Yeah. If you log back in, it would say it ran away because it was being neglected.
Just throwing your DS into a local canal.
I kind of want to go see if I've still got my DS with Nintendogs now, just to see if they've ran away.
Club Penguin actually told you off when you fucked with your pets. Like it yelled at you, like you didn't take care of them, and now they've left you. Club Penguin was really like, be a better person. Don't buy a pet you can't take care of.
Remember Habbo Hotel?
Yeah.
I got scammed on Habit Hotel.
Everybody got
God.
scammed
Oh,
on Habbo.
I need to hear this story.
Somebody, it was so stupid. Looking back at it, it's like, of course it was a scam. But at the time, I was like 10, so come on. And it was like, oh, send me your password and I'll give you a puppy. On Habbo Hotel, not just like I've got a puppy in my van. It's not that bad a story.
Give us your password. There's some sweets in it for you.
Like, oh, I'm gonna hear this. No.
that wasn't a scam. That's not a scam. A scam would be someone like trying to trick your password out of you. You doing a trade. That's not.
Yeah, but I didn't
it's not
get
a
the puppy,
scam.
and they just took my account.
Like
Changed the
how?
password.
But I suppose if he took your account, then your account would have that dog.
Yeah,
Like-
maybe they did.
What
You
is
know,
the value in stealing someone else's account? Why not just set up another account?
Look, I don't know what happened. All I know is that I didn't get the puppy, and I did lose my account. And I spent upwards of £3 on Habbo points for furniture.
Someone who spent money in games.
Well, I learned the hard way. don't do it, because when you give your password away for the dog, you're going to be really annoyed.
You learned the tough lessons of the streets.
Yeah.
Just got a comment from Mark saying this break has been some incredible topical comedy. You're welcome.
I don't know what he expected from us.
Hey,
Victoria
folks.
Bliss. Victoria Bliss has said, "Who got the yo-yos from matching up the rappers, or am I being old?" I don't know what that is, but I am like 12. So,
Did anybody else play Neopets at an age where they were far too old to really be playing Neopets?
Don't bring it up, please.
when I was 15, yeah.
Yeah, same.
No?
Is
I didn't know what it was before then.
Is Neopets still a thing?
still exists.
It is.
Wow.
Mark Griswold said, I wouldn't let me join the Zoom call. I'd make Eddie look underdressed. Well, we need to see a picture of this. Vicky Styles has arrived. Yay, excellent. She's arrived during a break, so she doesn't have to disturb anyone while getting to her seat. Fantastic. Top quality stuff here. You should be on the show. That was genuinely really good. Thom, leave. Vicky actually knows things as well, so you might get a lot more points.
Yeah, Vicky's really smart, isn't she?
Yeah.
She says the best things on Twitter. I always feel like I've learned something.
Yeah, definitely follow Vicky on Twitter if you're not already. It's a lot of great fun. Mark Grimshaw says this is a fix because I wouldn't give.
Watch Tom's awkward exit for a second time.
I didn't realize he'd actually left. Amazing. Mark says this is a fix because I wouldn't give the audience any points for Mark eating 999 eggs throughout the duration of the show so far. Have you got proof that you did this, Mark? I mean, I'm not going to give you points either way, but I'm just curious.
Show us the shells.
Show us the...
How big
Make sure they're time-stamped.
How big would the omelette be if you did make one out of 999 eggs?
Depends on the plan was, surely.
1,000 eggs.
All right, it'd be like the size of like a bed. Maybe.
It wouldn't be the biggest omelette, but it would be. Hey, get where I'm going? There's a pretty long pan for that bad boy.
See, Vicky wasn't here for the first few rounds, so that callback means nothing to her.
Oh, we're talking about girthy dogs.
I'm just setting up a Neopets account again, guys.
Mark Grimshaw says he ate the shells. You fucking madman, you.
I don't think he's telling the truth.
He's shell shocked.
Mark.
Hey.
Andrew Taylor says it will be 333 times the size of a regular omelette. So,
there's an argument whether it's who's putting 3 eggs in their omelette and who's putting 4 eggs in their omelette.
4.
Yeah,
the last time I made it.
That's a good question. I think are these large eggs or like just regular sized eggs? Because if they're large eggs, I'd probably only do 3, maybe even 2, probably 3. But if they're regular eggs, definitely 4.
I should have spent longer peeing. I'm grossly underqualified to talk about this.
So if we were to make an omelette out of 999 eggs, it could be anywhere between like the size of a bed and the size of like a whole small car, depending on the size of the eggs we put in it, and probably also what fillings as well, because they can take up room.
Is it the diameter of a small car or like the full blown mass?
Okay.
Is it as tall as a small car?
Can you get like all the eggs in your omelette mix and then put it in like a car mold? Put that in like a really big microwave or something.
I would prefer that to a regular omelette shaped one.
Do it out. You got a car shaped omelette.
Yeah.
Do you make your omelettes in the microwave?
I don't eat eggs. I don't know how you make them.
Yeah, of course you don't. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I'm one of them self-righteous fuckers.
I have made omelettes in the microwave, but they're not as good as when you make them properly. They're all right for like when you're in a hurry.
You can do scrambled egg in the microwave, right? I've not made that up.
Yeah.
You can do anything in the microwave.
If you're brave enough.
Yeah. So according to Google, the largest omelette weighed 6.466 tons.
How many eggs were in it?
And was a cheap... that's what I'm trying to find. It took a team of 55 people 6 hours to make.
It's got to be cold by then, isn't it?
Yeah, the actual page won't load, so it doesn't. I can't determine. And my internet's apparently working fine because I'm streaming fine, I assume. So maybe Guinness World Records website is having problems.
It's all politics. I told you.
Yeah.
It knows that we criticise them, so now it's withholding information.
Bloody bid records.
There's what have we got here? Scarlet Blade says sup nerds. Andrew Taylor says, wow, we are playing right into Scarlet's greeting. I don't think the world's largest omelette is that nerdy, really. Like,
to be fair, the extent to which we're going to find out kind of is.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake, Mark Grimshaw.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's better or worse that like he sent it to the group chat where Jonny can't see it, but me and Sam can.
Oh no, he's very much just he's trying to provoke me live on air, and he won't because I'm nothing but a seasoned professional.
Well, speaking about seasoned professionals, it is 1:45, so we should resume the actual show.
Fuck, I had time for a cigarette. All right, never mind.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm not going to pretend I'm Sean Connery selling whiskey or something.
Wonderful. Okay, so the next round is Gammon Fishing. Sam, have you got these the right way around? We can do Edinburgh first. I'm not that arsed, to be honest. Yeah, if Edinburgh's ready to go, then we'll do that. I just realised no one can hear Sam. I'm just arguing to myself. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do Edinburgh RevWho then. So there's a little special for the month of Edinburgh that was not. I've taken a few reviews from Edinburgh shows over the last, say, 6 years, and just little extras of them, and I want you to tell me whose show that was for. So these were shows from people who maybe weren't huge at the time and are maybe a bit bigger now, or maybe were huge at the time and are completely forgotten now. So
I really hope that this isn't some horrible, horrible game in which you basically find a way to bring up all the reviews that were ragging on mine and Andrew's show last year.
No, I did consider doing that, but I thought that would be a bit mean.
I would have cried.
No, yeah. I've not done that because I've only used reviews over people who are famous. So, I'm sorry, no money in the bank isn't a household name. What do you want me to do about it? I'm trying to plug you here.
It's a self-prophesizing title.
Yes, it is. Right, so the first one we've got here is the chuckling centrist stick may have evolved as a strategy to boost his career or pander to British audiences, or maybe it's his way of not coming across as too preachy. This was from last year. Who do you reckon that was?
Are we getting the thing up on the screen? Because I was not. I just assumed that we would be, so I've not listened.
Is it on the YouTube? Yeah, cool.
Also, is this a team game, or do we have to fight each other for the right answer?
This is a team game. This is just free for all. Fuck it.
Free for all. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Centrist shtick.
Centrist shtick, not too preachy.
Is this definitely someone famous? Because I know someone who it very much applies to, but they're not.
If this is like Mark Grimshaw or something, I'm not happy.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, you may as well just go in the dark. Do we just keep guessing until someone gets it?
Or until I get bored, yeah.
All right.
Is it Trevor Noah? Can I buzz?
It is not Trevor Noah, no.
He may now be happy with his new partner, so let him play his double act.
Wait, what? I think you're reading the wrong one, Tom.
Yeah,
sorry.
top one.
Get your head in the game, Tom.
I thought it was all one big paragraph with bullet points. All right, the chuckle and
so we'll come to that one later.
Boost pander to British audience, or maybe it's his way of not coming across as too
I feel like he's not British if he's trying to pander to the British audience.
Yeah.
Is it like Henning Venn or someone?
Nope. No, it is not. No,
I didn't think he was that centrist anyway.
Chuckling centrist.
Yeah, I was like, he's not centrist, but he might be trying to. He might have tried to appeal to a British audience by being more central than the last time I paid attention to what he was doing.
Well, it does imply that it's a bit of a tonal shift for them. So I'm wonder if there's any tone. I don't remember any of last year's Edinburgh, so I don't really know how to approach this. Is it Roy Chubby Brown?
It is not Roy Chubby Brown.
What a dark day where he's seen as a centigrade.
In America, he would be.
Yeah, I will say this. It is someone Manchester-based and someone who kind of shot to fame in the more recent years.
Okay.
Jamali Maddox?
It is not Jamali Maddox. He is not Manchester-based, as far as I'm aware.
He went. Oh no, he didn't. He did.
He went to Salford for a year and then dropped out when he won Chortle. And I was in this class. I'm not bitter that he's doing so well. Well, I mean, he was basically never in, but then he won the Chortle thing and has a career. So who's laughing now? I have a degree.
The student finance.
You've got 2 seasons of a show on Vice that I really enjoy.
To answer your who's laughing now.
Is this an actual game, or is this an opportunity for you to
brag about people that you know?
I think it's Jonny working through some things.
No, I do not know. I know one of the people on this list, not this one. And I say no, met once.
Russell Kane?
No, it's not Russell Kane.
Is it Jason Manford?
It is not Jason Manford.
Is it Colin Manford?
It is. I said someone famous.
Is it the lesser-known brother, Dewey Manford?
Hey, Marvin Manford. You know that comedy you're trying to see?
It is not any of the Manfords.
Stop saying Manford.
I'm going to keep saying it until someone tells me it's not John Richardson.
I know the third one. That's the third one, isn't it? John Richardson is the third one.
The people at home haven't seen the third one.
None of them are John Richardson. I don't think you're going to get this. So this was Delisa Chaponda, 2019.
Oh, yeah. No,
right.
So, yep. So next one we've got, but don't worry, this is not just some flaccid rose-tinted, do you remember when, Peter Kay light musings.
Is that a review of this based just on the break?
No, this was from 2018.
Okay.
Is it Dave What's-His-Face, who was also in Phoenix Nights?
No, it was not. It was no one who was in Phoenix Nights.
All right. So it's not Jason Manford.
Oh, it's not Daniel Kitson then. Because he was in Phoenix Nights.
He's got his face blurred out.
Oh, I just want to quickly bring to attention. Mark Grimshaw has just got the Delisa Chaponda one correct before it was broadcast live on air. So I'm going to give Mark Grimshaw a point.
Yes,
no.
Yeah, but Mark Grimshaw has Doodle.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, you can't have a point.
But don't worry, this is not just some flaccid rose-tinted. Do you remember when Peter Kay light musings?
So it's someone who
Peter Kay light. Ugh.
Did all a very reminiscent one, a back in the day type show.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I've seen the show this is about, and I'm very confused about this sentence. But it was in a review, so.
When you chose these reviews, what was your thought process on how easy they would be for us to guess?
Yeah, this seems like an impossible game.
Yeah.
You know, there are like thousands and thousands of shows every year, and you've gone, oh, I can pick from any year in the last 6 years, or any comedian. I'm not going to mention any kind of clue towards. It's impossible, John.
No, okay.
Yeah, do you remember who did this review? Because if you can't get it, we can't get it.
Did you
have actual answers that we could have guessed, but then we criticised your points-based system?
Yes. Why not?
Were you also in university with this person?
I was not in university with this person, no.
So it's not a humble brag. No.
I have gigged with this person, though. So
okay, there we go. Right.
How famous is it? Household name, or is it
has been on Live at the Apollo? Quite a recent kind of rising to fame.
Oh, Brendan Reese.
Nope.
Maisie Adams.
Nope.
Greg Wallace. Nope.
It's not a man. What did you say?
Literally just because he talks about garlic bread.
Oh, is it Sarah Keyworth?
Say again?
Sarah Keyworth?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm just going for northern comedians now.
Don't think she's based in the north, but I could be wrong.
She's from Leicester.
She's based
really
in London.
bad. Yeah. It's a really bad clue. I'm sorry.
Isn't it Chris Washington?
It's not Chris Washington.
Is it Martin the Funky Bunch?
It's
I
not
feel like somebody's not entering the spirit of this round.
Tom, take it seriously.
Yeah, but I know but I know the last one, so it's fine.
It's not John Richardson. We've already been told.
No, I know it's not John Richardson, but I do know who it is. And I'm going to look very silly when I say the answer, and it's not who I think it is.
Okay, this is possibly going to be an obvious clue. This person has an alliterative name.
Jonathan Ross, no.
Kevin Keegan.
What do you think alliterative means?
You can't. I don't.
No.
I don't know.
Do you think I meant onomatopoeic? Is that
Yeah,
what you
did? I did. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I'm very much the Alan Davis of this show. Bob Ross. I've got Rosses in my head. Ross Kemp.
Right.
But it needs to be, both of them need to have an R in the front.
Face down.
Ross Remp.
There we go. Thank you. Not a real person.
Right, okay. This one will probably give it away. She's had a book out very recently.
Laura Lex.
Laura Lex.
Oh, there we go.
Aaron got that first, so I'm going to
What
get
a
the point.
treat. Laura Lex. She's lovely.
Steve.
Aaron only got
She
that
is
first
lovely.
because I'm on. I've got a slight time delay. We actually said it at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
No. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so final one, and I'll never do this round again because it is too
Really
hard, apparently. Okay, this one.
Fuck off.
He may now be. I also realise these are all like British people, so if you're not that familiar with the British comedy scene from like 6 years ago, this might be a struggle. This
Sorry
one
to our
is-
international viewers.
Yep. Says he may now be happier with a new partner, but his viewpoint on his career seems less positive. And he ends by more or less announcing that he may well be finished with the Fringe after this August.
Phil
This
Ellis.
is from 2014.
Oh,
It is
no.
not Phil Ellis. It's from 2014.
I thought it was
I
Phil
did
Ellis's
think that
question.
someone was going to go. Yeah. If that was from like last year, that would
Yeah.
have made sense.
When is this from? 2014.
2014. Yep.
Oh,
I have also
God.
seen this show and I did not enjoy it. So.
Oh.
That doesn't
I saw
narrow it down.
I saw it in preview. I assume it didn't get better.
Sterling.
Say again.
Ian Sterling.
It is not. No.
Can I ask for a
Going
clue?
off the idea that you didn't like the show.
Can I ask for a clue, Johnny? And it's a specific clue.
What is the specific clue?
When
Is
it
it
says-
whose
When it
review?
says
Is it?
new partner, is it romantic or double act? I know that the two can be intertwined very often. but-
I don't know. I think romantic, if I remember the show correctly. This is a solo show. I'll say that.
Solo show.
Okay. All right. Who's doing my wife material?
Borat. It's Borat, isn't it? It's Borat. This is Borat's show.
Is it
What
Ross
did you see as preview?
Mickey Flanagan.
It's not Mickey Flanagan.
Not a
No,
bad show, actually.
Oh, is it John Bishop? I'm now just naming.
it's not John Bishop. No.
I'm doing.
Mark
No.
in the comments has suggested John Robbins, but I'm pretty certain he did his breakup stuff way later than 2014.
Yeah, it's 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Tussle Kane?
No.
Oh, is
Is
he?
it
Are they
Acaster?
northern?
Who's done?
Oh.
It's not Acaster. No.
Are they a northern act?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
They are a white man, so that will narrow it down.
Oh,
What?
good.
Fuck.
There's so little to choose from. I love this game of Guess Who.
Our clues are a white man who did material about his ex in a stand-up show. Who the fuck could it be?
Yeah, no, the sentence that we're not
criteria.
the sentence we're not being shown is does bang on about a Tinder a bit though.
I will say as well, like this is someone who categorically would never be booked for Blizzard. Like that might help a little bit.
Roy Chubby Brown.
No.
It was
sorry,
a big hit. It was a big hit to the Fringe when he left.
Tom, you're going to be very surprised at the Christmas show.
Oh,
Andrew Lawrence.
it's sweet you think there'll be a Christmas.
Andrew Lawrence, yes. Andrew Lawrence. You got it, yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Well done.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
But his career
I've not been
wasn't
paying
over.
attention.
He appears on alt-right podcasts, and everyone knows that's where the real money is.
That is, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'd make fun of him, but you'll all be getting like a tenner for this, probably. Oh, yeah, that's the point. I haven't told people. There's a PayPal link. Give us money, and then these people get to eat. So do that.
We don't eat much. It's just instant noodles for 5 days. But it's something.
Very expensive instant noodles. We need £10 for the instant noodles.
That's what makes them instant. The higher the price, the more the instant.
I'm making the Ramdon meal from Parasite, and I need to order it directly from Korea. They are exclusive noodles. You can Google this. I have been obsessed with this recipe. It looks amazing.
Okay, there's a lot of discrepancy in the comments about whether Mark Grimshaw Googled the answer or not. So I'm just going to give him the point.
Don't give him the
still
point.
in last place.
No, right.
And
take it from like me and Kirstie. If you like give Mark Grimshaw any sort of attention, all of a sudden he's running your show. It's like you've got to draw a line. We didn't, and now we're stuck with him.
To be fair, we are doing Social Distance Warriors does Disneyland, so I'm okay with it, to be honest.
True,
as long as we get that done.
Like from Orlando.
Absolutely. So at the end of that round, Kirstie's team has 5 points. Tom's team has 3 points, and the audience has 2 points. So
have 3 points, or do we have 3.5 points because we have been unfairly discriminated against by our bandwidth?
You have 3 points.
Yeah. If only you had girthier bandwidth.
If we recruit Mark into our team, do we get his points? And Sam, possibly?
No.
Why do you get extra team members?
Because I'm a dum-dum.
I'm just asking if it's an option.
No.
It's transfer season at the moment.
It is not an option.
Who are you swapping out so that you can have Mark instead?
Don't
swap me out.
If anyone wants to swap me, I kind of need a wee. So like just a sub, just a temporary sub would be great.
Should have gone before we came.
You know what, Aaron? You can go for a wee. That's fine.
Great. Bye.
Do it. Right. So now we need to. Sam, is it possible to do Tom's gammon fishing first? Yep. Cool. Okay, we'll do that.
I hate this, Jay. Well, we've already established I can't read.
That's fine. You've got 2 people on your team with glasses, so that's how that works.
Our eyesight is exceptional.
Yeah, exactly. That's how glasses. People only wear glasses if they're really good at reading. That's the rule.
Yeah,
that's what I was told in primary school.
So, okay, the way this round works is we've taken some tweets, Facebook comments, and posts from, let's be honest, white people angry about stuff in the news. And we have changed all the nouns to nouns, a certain number of nouns up in the dictionary, and you have to try and work out what the completely bastardized comment it was originally angry about. So your first one,
I love that this game
Tom,
is just a Caesar cipher. It's amazing. And I hate it at the same time.
Tom, to us, I think I've given you a really easy one, Tom. Especially compared to Kirstie's. So your one is, Boris has fought more beacons over the last 18 mopes than any other prime misanthrope. I can remember as well as nearly losing his lighthouse to COVID-19. I think he deserves a breach. With his wind and newborn, I can't believe some crooks think that he should be backpack at his detective. I'm aware I read that very badly, but this person's tweet had no punctuation, so it was really awkward to read.
That's cool. I believe that Sam is currently typing very frantically because she understands that I need to be able to read this or I'll cry.
So
no! Can we please have it in the chat? Because if I can't read it, I'll cry.
Can we do this word by word, or do we have to get the whole thing in one go?
Oh, word by word.
Yeah, word by word.
Okay, so mopes is months.
Months.
Yeah.
And wind is wife.
Lighthouse is life.
Misanthrope minister.
Yeah. How did you guess that one?
I know.
I didn't guess that one.
Break.
Say again.
Breaches break.
Yeah.
I think he deserves a break with his wife and newborn.
Do we know what beacons was? Sorry. So Boris has fought more. Oh, battles. Boris has fought more battles over the last 18 months than any other prime minister I can remember, as well as nearly losing his life to COVID-19. I think he deserves a break with his wife and newborn. I can't believe some
creeps.
I can't believe some creeps think he should be back at
his desk.
Yeah, that's basically. I mean, it's not creeps, but I'm going to give you a point because you got that mostly spot on.
All I can think of is Boris Johnson as a detective.
That's the gritty reboot.
Where's the second wave?
He'd arrest a black teenager and everyone would clap him on the back.
Somebody would go, I think you've got the wrong person, and he'd distract them by bumbling and saying something distasteful. They'd be like, oh no, he's an idiot, he's incompetent. He's not, he's definitely knows what he's doing.
Is Crooks Cunt?
No, it is not. Crooks is critic. So the full unedited text is, Boris has fought more battles over the last 18 months than any other prime minister I can remember, as well as nearly losing his life to COVID-19. I think he deserves a break with his wife and newborn. I can't believe some critics think that he should be back at his desk.
I'm not a big fan of the guy, but Churchill has definitely fought more battles than...
Yeah.
I mean, I believe he fought him on the beaches.
Tony Blair fought loads of battles over in the Middle East. We all remember that. Hard to forget it.
I mean, Goku's fought lots of battles. I don't want him back at his desk.
and I voted for Goku in the 2010 election.
Good old Jeremy Goku.
Goku for yes, we Kameo can.
I would also like to thank my team
for that pun. You can have 2 points for that round.
Yes.
I would like to thank my team for understanding that reading stresses me out and just accepting that we needed to get through that before doing any kind of joke. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
If you want to stress out, look in the chat and see what ours looks like.
Yeah, ours is like 3 times the length. What the fuck? We better get 3 times the points.
You've got 3 times the amount of time to look at it.
Yep. And you've got 3 times.
Ours is both bigger and taller. This is not okay.
Ours is the girthiest tweet.
I mean, it's clearly not a tweet.
That could be a thread.
That's how Twitter works. Right. Is Aaron back? Yep, he is.
I liked this game when it was tweets.
I know this one's quite long, but it was too much of a fun one to not use. So your one is, brace yourselves, just want to say that anyone still baits the border, even in the failing of this lick haystack, mean the wren to me. The 5 postulate I ever did on Trapped FB, which I assume means Facebook. What do I assume? I know I saw it from Facebook. Was pushing backwater against the Hands Up, Don't Shoot lie published by the BLM. Hands Up, Don't Shoot LIE pushed by the BLM about the shoulder of Michael Brown, in quotation marks. Rituals were not justified then, and they were not justified this tinkle around with Floyd. Lead-in inquiry needs the preparation they serve and protect to stir them up for them right now, or I don't think many of them will be sticking around. That will only hydrofoil the I don't know how to pronounce that word. Armistices that have already have the highest crochet and mutant ravines. Again, the Americans I see state up for lead-in inquiry are amazing. Keep it up. Hating Corbells has become an everyone is doing it mogul mesh threat, and mainstream nickel and environment price is behind it all. Doctorate and conquer. The perforation bashing Corbells are only footfall at the commissions of the perforation they idolize. I gilder you hating Corbells and wanting to defund them will not be the right sieve of history. See you all at the show tonight.
For all that I bitched about this, I reckon I could get it.
Mobile mesh threat is what I call swimming trunks.
Do you guys want to make some jokes about mutant ravines or something?
I like the idea that Corbells is what the Daily Mail would accuse Corbyn of introducing as a new economy.
That is actually Corbell is how Jeremy Corbyn ranks his chilies.
I'll be honest, I switched off halfway through that, so I don't know.
Look on the YouTube or in the chat, apparently it's there.
All right.
It's in the Zoom and it's on the YouTube. On the YouTube, the words that have been changed have been highlighted, so you don't have to figure them out.
To be honest, Kirstie, I trust you. Captain, you go for it.
So just wanted to say that everyone's still.
What is a mobile mesh threat?
Here's the thing. I get things like the first post I ever did on Trapped FB was pushing back against the hand up shoot lie pushed by Black Lives Matter about the shooting of Michael Brown. Riots were not justified then and were not justified this time around with Floyd.
Yep.
So I guess it's about that.
Yep.
Could I just have a guess that this person who wrote this is racist?
I think you might be on something there, mate. Yeah.
No, you see, some people say that, but I just think he's saying what we're all thinking, you know? It's just how it is.
I think this is a really convoluted way for Jonny to get sound clips to blackmail Kirstie and Thom with. Gotcha!
Oh, God.
I just really want to buy a mogul mesh.
Islam.
Where
That's how you stop Elon Musk getting through your windows.
Right.
Mainstream nickel.
It's the name of a mobile mesh is a anime series where all the Gundams wear swimming shorts.
Okay, so right now.
Doctorate and conquer is the biggest lie I've ever seen.
It's possible, but only after peer review.
Again, the Americans I see stand up for law enforcement.
Yes.
Yep, that is correct.
Keep it up. Hating cops has become, and everyone is doing it. What the fuck's mogul mesh? It's not bandwagon.
That is what we are desperate to know.
Is it Monster Mash?
all these damn anti-racists with their monster mash.
I actually think it's Monster Munch. You're very close. The racists love the pickled onion. That's.
Oh, I don't know. That's my favourite.
Is it that will only harm the areas that always have the highest crime and murder rates?
Yep.
Again, the Americans, I say that Dian's done this bit. Mogul mesh. Everyone's doing it. Mogul mesh.
If you can get mogul mesh, I'll give you 3 points.
Nice.
I told you it's Monster Mash.
Monster Munch.
How many steps up from crochet is crime? That's what we're looking for. We can figure it out with maths.
Don't think you can.
Also, as Sam pointed out in the comments, the app I use for this it's a bit weird with what it identifies as nouns. Sometimes it picks things that are sometimes nouns but aren't in that context.
You do this with an app. You make us work this hard and you do this with a fucking app.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Can I just say that the
it's really fun.
pickled onion Monster Munch aren't vegan?
I know. I haven't had them for about 5 years. It's very upsetting.
But Tesco's own brand, Monster Claws.
No. Oh, you are my new favourite person. Thank you.
I've been earning you points all this time, and only now.
No, it's all about the Monster Munch. That's the only way.
Mob mentality.
Yeah, mob mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Which, in a way,
really
is a
well.
Monster Mash.
The graveyard smash itself. Or if it's Monster Munch, the graveyard snack.
Fucking brutal.
So,
that's
hating cops has become everyone's doing it. Mob mentality threat and mainstream nickel.
I like it. Mainstream nickel. I think that's
Mainstream
good.
nickel.
Tom, stop helping out.
I mean, I've already given you the point, so you can stop now. That's fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so the unedited...
Very competitive, Jonny.
Well, we had to finish.
Yeah, but you had like 2 lines.
That's not how it works. I mean, you don't...
Listen, not everybody gets to finish, okay?
That is true. I've made my antidepressant jokes too many times to do it again, but there is a joke in it that I use a lot.
The last sentence, I guarantee
antidepressant.
hating cops and wanting to will not be the right side of history, as opposed to sieve of history. Can I get?
How did you get that one? Fucking hell! Yep. Yeah.
The great sieve of history is what will end humanity.
God is hoping.
So the unedited version of that, because I know you're dying to hear it, is just want to say that anyone still backing the blue, even in the face of all this liberal hate, mean the world to me. The first post I ever did on Trapped FB was pushing back against the hands up, don't shoot lie, pushed by BLM about the shooting of Michael Brown. I don't get why Michael Brown is in quotation.
Michael Brown.
The alleged person, Michael Brown.
It's actually Michael J. Fox, guys. Wake up.
Riots were not justified then. They were not justified this time around with Floyd. Law enforcement needs the people they serve and protect to step up for them right now, or I don't think many of them will be sticking around. Good, we don't want that. That will only hurt the areas that have already have the highest crime and murder rates. Again, the Americans I see standing up for law enforcement are amazing. Keep it up. Hating cops has become an everyone is doing it mob mentality thing, and mainstream news and entertainment press is behind it all. I don't know how he worked that one out. Divide and conquer. The people bashing cops are only following the commands of the people they idolize. I guarantee you hating cops and wanting to defund them will not be the right side of history. See you all at the show tonight. If you hadn't worked out, that was posted by the lead singer of Trapped on the Trapped Facebook. And I just want to do a callback to the last show when we...
I thought it was talking about this show.
No, this was not one of my... I mean, it might have... Yeah, maybe he likes our show.
Jonny, please start an alt-right account, please.
No.
I'm not doing that. Also, this is episode 4. 3 of these shows I have been slacking off Trapped in one round or another.
Well, my favorite friend of... sorry, Rob.
I was going to say, I love that it specifies entertainment press being behind it, like it's MTV spearheading the revolution. Like
it is.
Yeah, just Beavis and Butthead stand there just like cops as shit, aren't they? No, my favorite thing about this is it's anyone still back in the blue just sounds like he's a massive City fan who's just like, look, we know we didn't win the league. That's all I want to say.
The bastards.
Yeah.
Cops, bastards, and City. I don't know. Football, lads, banter.
I felt uncomfortable just saying that. Like, even the bits I got wrong felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a fucking awful one. But you have 8 points now, so
yay!
Tom's team have 5, and the audience are on 2 points.
Wait, how did they have 8 points? They were on 5. Why did they get 3 points?
For mob mentality.
Well, yeah, you got 3 points for the whole thing, and yeah.
This is why Tom never wins. Tom never wins because he never gets the opportunity.
Tom got bonus points last time for knowing how to read. Tom gets loads of fucking bonus points. Okay, I deserve one easy game. I
once got a bonus point for not being racist, and I'm not even a racist person.
Tom gets bonus points for being awake when the show starts.
I also gave Eddie a bonus points for a Dragon Ball Z pun. So,
oh yeah, you think you did?
Yeah. That's how that's happening. Next round is Dickhead of the Month. This is the time when all the panelists get to nominate their chosen Dickhead of the Month. They have a minute to make their case, and once they do, I will pick who I think is most deserving of that title. So first up, we have Aaron Simmonds. Aaron, who is your Dickhead of the Month?
Aaron Simmonds. Me. I am a dickhead, and I have made some terrible decisions this month. I'm a nice guy. Like, I'm not an asshole. I just make stupid decisions all the time. Like, I had my first gig in 6 months, and I gave myself food poisoning. What a dickhead. And then, whilst having food poisoning, I had an online gig 3 nights ago. I shat myself 5 minutes before I was due to be on stage, and yet I didn't say, I can't do the gig. I still did the gig. I almost shat myself tonight, but I managed to pull it through. I went on a date last night, even though having this food poisoning. Again, want to make it clear, didn't shit myself during the date. It was a massive success, right? Just so many things that I do. I am furious with myself, right? I was having dinner and I left a fork in the kitchen. That's the most irritating thing in the world. I've got a very small flat. It's probably like 4 or 5 steps to the kitchen, but I'm furious at myself for forgetting a fork. You know how many times I've used a fork in my life? 30 times, 2 times 3. It's too many times. I should remember a fork. I'm a massive dickhead. That's my
and your time is up. Thank you very much, Aaron. Lovely, compelling argument against yourself there. Cerys, you're up next. Who's your Dickhead of the Month?
Well, I was going to go with Aaron Simmonds, but
that's Aaron.
So I actually have a nominee for runner-up Dickhead, and that is the person who put a banana in the table, like the pull-down table on the seat of the train that I was in today. So when I pulled it down to write some notes, there was a squashed banana.
Oh, no.
But I've managed to find an even bigger dickhead than that person, and that is Bella Thorne. So if you don't know who Bella Thorne is, she is a triple threat because she is skinny, rich, and white. And what she does essentially is model, act, and sing and then run around ruining sex workers' lives. So the reason why she's a dickhead of the month this month, as opposed to any other month, is because she decided to create an OnlyFans account and offered to sell nudes of herself on OnlyFans. She made over £1 million in a week. She then did not give people the nudes that they had paid for and sent around pictures of herself in lingerie, causing lots of people to demand their money back, which meant that OnlyFans has completely changed the way that they pay sex workers and other users of their platform, making it much harder to make money on the side. On the site. But that's not the main reason why I think she's a dickhead. I think it's because of her apology, which I would like to read to you now. So she wrote her apology in a oh wait, I'm way over a minute. Why are you letting me still go?
Because I'm compelled by this, and I also don't like
you want to,
because welcome to the team where they make exceptions.
Yeah.
So I will never complain about the system again. So she wrote her apology on a Twitter thread, except that she didn't link all of the tweets up in the Twitter thread. So what she did is she
she's already the worst.
And then she published it, then she wrote another tweet, and then she published that. All ridiculous. In it, she said that she was trying to bring a mainstream face to help normalize the stigmas of OnlyFans. And that was something that apparently only she could do, and also something that sex workers on that platform have repeatedly asked people to stop doing because it always fucks them over. And then she wrote the actual sentence, I wrote and directed a porn against the highbrows of my peers and managers because I wanted to help with the stigma behind sex. I think that if you're going to write an apology for ruining thousands of people's lives in one go, you should get someone to proofread that apology before you send it. And they might be able to tell you things like, Twitter has a really easy way of making tweet threads. Maybe you should use that instead. So that's why I think she's dickhead of the month.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Kirstie.
Just say, I'm feeling a lot better about myself. Comparatively, I think I'm all right.
Yep. You are not as bad as Bella Ford. You can die happy. Dian, you are up next.
What a title.
Hey, it's going on my Edinburgh poster.
Not as bad as Bella Thorne.
Dian, you're next. Did you have a visual aid, or was that someone else?
No, I had one before, but then my therapist broke up with me, so my nomination changed.
Fair enough. Okay. Off you go then.
My therapist, Denise, just broke up with me in the middle of a pandemic during a lot of personal turmoil. Yeah, and now here's the thing. Normally I would talk about that breakup with someone who I trust who would help me manage my mental health. I guess who I can't do that with. I tried the old leave me and I'll kill myself thing, but my therapist did not appreciate that tactic. So she's a bit of a dickhead. But if she ever wanted to take me back, I'd go immediately. So who's really the dickhead? That's my nomination.
Wonderful stuff. Good. Yep, that's very, 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 very compelling argument.
Genuinely moved.
Yeah. No, I felt bad for laughing. I feel really shitty now.
I did not.
Of course you didn't. Next is
it's
Edy.
Very relatable. It's incredibly relatable. I almost wanted to give the point to the other team just for how relatable that was, but also no, because I've helped them too much already.
Oh, I was about to take you up on that offer and just give them the point, to be fair. No. Edy, I believe you have a visual aid. Sam, is that ready?
Yes.
Yep, cool.
So I have a visual aid to show who in particular it is, but as some of you may know, that there were the anti-mask protests in London at Trafalgar Square over the past week, and anti-masks is a dickhead thing anyway. I mean, but then somebody came along and brought a British Union of Fascists flag to it, which of all the unions in the world, the Union of Fascists, the collective bargaining rights of fascists, famous for not wanting collective rights, is very tricky. And it's like double dickhead, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, just because you don't want to wear a mask doesn't mean you have to be a fascist. But now he's brought the flag along, all of a sudden it's this baffling logic that it's like, they're taking away my rights. Oh, well, what do you want to happen? I want one person to take away my rights.
Like a lot of conservatives, it was the they had a problem with. They wanted a singular pronoun.
It's he they want. I want him to take away my rights.
And only him. No she.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to say I was specific in the pronoun they used there because they're big misogynists. Although maybe
thank you very much, Eddie.
Thanks. I don't know much about fascists. Maybe they're not misogynist, but I'm assuming.
No, historically they are.
I think that's probably crossover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if there was a Venn. Hold on, I'll try and find a Venn diagram.
Can we get that?
Maybe.
I was walking through central London on Saturday and I saw people heading towards that protest. They had a big sign that said Jeff Bezos is the real virus, and I'm like, yes, he is, but the two are not mutually exclusive. Him and coronavirus can both exist.
I
know. Be terrible.
No,
they can both be dickhead of the month.
I still buy into the theory that Jeff Bezos is at every single Amazon warehouse, all at the same time, just coughing into boxes of microphones.
Even then, he's using COVID. Like there's still Jeff and COVID. So I'm just saying.
Everybody's favorite buddy cop film.
Give COVID its limelight. It's worked like a bugger for it.
Right, COVID's earned it.
I don't want to cut you short. We're already overrunning. Okay, so, Kirstie, it's your turn. Your time starts now. Who's your dickhead?
My dickhead is actually topical. It's former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott. He is reportedly to be appointed to the Board of Trade, which will advise Boris Johnson and Liz Truss on future trade deals as part of a UK post-Brexit trade strategy. Right in with the Tories for various reasons, which is why he's my dickhead of the month. He was consistently called out for misogyny, homophobia, and just general bigotry. He treated Aboriginal Australians like total shit. He claimed that no matter how much a same-sex couple love each other, they should never get married because, and his exact words are, there is more moral quality in a relationship between two people devoted to each other for decades than in many a short-lived marriage. But let's be careful about describing every lasting sexual bond as a marriage, and just that's the slimiest thing I've ever heard. Get in there. He described virginity as the greatest gift of all and did a bunch of really creepy photo shoots with his teenage daughter as a family values thing when he was running for Prime Minister.
God into her fanny.
Pretty kind of, but then this woman came out saying, I had his illegitimate baby when he was 18, and that kind of threw that whole thing out of the window because he very publicly did a paternity test. He offered Prince Philip a knighthood, even though he doesn't need one. He's already a prince, and we don't give a shit about the Australian honour system. I didn't know they had one until I found out about this, right? And also, how desperate do you have to be to try and suck that creepy old zombie's dick? He doesn't care about you. You're never getting his approval.
He'll never fuck you, Tony Abbott.
So you know how our politicians can continuously get roasted for using taxpayer money for cabs when they could just get the tube. Tony Abbott used taxpayer money to take a helicopter to a party fundraiser, and the fact that he is going to be helping out the Tories with our trade deals just makes me want to cry and cry and cry for days, and that is why Tony Abbott is my dickhead of the month.
Thank you very much. Well over a minute there, but
sorry.
That's fine.
I had way more notes I didn't include because I was conscious I was overrunning.
I wanted to let you finish.
He's done a lot of shit.
He has done a lot of shit. Tony Abbott is bad. Hot take. Last but not least, Thom, who is your dickhead of the month?
Oh, you say not least. It is.
We'll see.
My dickhead of the month is memory, but not Shuddered Hulk's Memory or Fall Out Boy's Phantom of the Memories, because they're both bangers. Just my actual memory, because as I've hinted at many times, I'm very mentally ill. I've got BPD, which sometimes means banging personality dude, and other times means breakdown, pissing dicks. But what that means is that occasionally I'll get a little bit melty and lose all of my short-term memory. I don't remember Fringe for this reason, and the reason it's my dickhead of the month is that it's currently playing this trick on me where a lot of nice things have actually been happening in the world recently, but my memory's just no, these are too good. We don't trust them. Kick them out, dickhead. We're just going to remember the doom. Doom, nothing but doom. And I don't remember anything else anymore. This feels like it's been going on forever. I feel like I'm in Memento, but all my tattoos are just it's saying like we're all going to die. Please be careful. Wear a mask. Don't put a banana in it.
That is the end of your time. Thank you very much, Thom.
I've got some great news for you, Thom. There is a therapist who's just become available.
That's good. I nearly got tipped off my therapy because, again, memory, I kept forgetting I had appointments. So I ghosted my own therapist and then called to apologize. And you've never heard anyone sound more guilty in your life. It's just like, I'm sorry. Please see me again.
You know why this happened. You know exactly why I've done this.
We've got to do Zoom-based group therapy now, which is just going to feel like one of those hacky horror films where all the voices are in the same room together.
Oh God, it is.
That's what this is.
Right.
No, I have to pay money for this one.
Right at the end of that round, I'm going to give the winner points to Edy for Thom's team, and I'm going to give Cerys a run-up point for that as well. So 3 points to Thom's team, 1 point to Kirstie's team. We are now, it's getting close. Kirstie is on 9, Thom's team is on 8. The audience is still on 2 because they didn't get a nomination.
I thought you said Edy got points and Cerys got points.
Yeah.
Then that's all points for my team.
Because Edy got the first place points and Cerys was the runner-up. So
yeah, so that's all points for my team, none for Kirstie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ignore me. I forgot who was on what team because I'm very professional.
Kirstie looks furious right now. Oh, I was hoping I'd get away with it.
No, absolutely.
And also,
thank you very much.
Yeah, Cerys and Edy, thank you for carrying me on your backs of wit. I appreciate it.
Johnny, I feel like this jerking around is really bad for my mental health. And given what I did during this round, can we not do that? Can we not fill me with joy and then rip it away?
No.
But your therapist has just broken up with you, so you are at least used to disappointment.
Fucking
that
hell.
felt really mean. I'm sorry. Oh,
fucking, they're getting a point now.
No, Thom! Oh!
No, it's fair. Given one of ours, I feel horrible. I feel really mean.
It is now 9-all, so we'll all hinge on the last couple of rounds.
That's great. That means we've just added a bit of jeopardy. I'm really sorry. No, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Right, we're going to have another break now for about... we're already running on quite late, so just like a few minutes, but I really need a piss, so we'll see you very shortly.
I like it. 3 points.
I mean, Thom, to be fair, you might not remember you were mean.
Actually, to be honest, that has happened a few times now. I'm just like, I'm sure I did something shitty, but I don't remember it. You know what it is? I quit drinking because of like all of this, like all the way back in January, and I was a bit just like, if I quit drinking, my memory will start coming back because I'll like not be blackout. No, it just turns out it's my brain being a cunt. It's fine. It's also it's an air.
Maybe you need to eat some more eggs.
I don't know. Don't do that.
It was the pickled monster munch for keeping your memory together. Sorry, the mogul mesh. That was your memory.
Mogul mesh.
Mogul mesh. What is it with this game where everyone does like quite serious ones and so funny, and I'm just having a bit of a hard time, guys. So I'm gonna.
I was also going to say myself for a bit. I'm really glad I put something together at the last minute that wasn't, because I thought when everyone in the group chat was talking about how they were doing like fascist and stuff, I was like, maybe I'll do a silly one. And I thought back over my month and I realized that I am the cause of all of my problems. Like everything bad that has happened to me that isn't also happening to everyone has just been my own incompetence.
That's what my whole lockdown has been. Is me realizing, oh no, I'm the problem.
Edy, you had a child in lockdown.
I know. I know. And that's how I know
it's your fault.
It's me going, good God, what have I done? He doesn't deserve this.
Oh.
Oh, lordy lord.
So we're all doing great, right?
All perfectly sane and healthy. I am flying back to the UK on Wednesday, though, and that's terrifying. I have to be on a plane.
Yeah, that must be scary.
Do you have to quarantine from the US?
Yes, so for 2 weeks mandatory, but I'm on immunosuppressant, so I'm going to quarantine for a month until I'm off them.
That's yeah.
So
that is sensible. Let's have a quick look at the comments before we continue.
It's a great time for my therapist to leave me, really.
Yeah.
What a moment.
When I'll be trapped inside fearing death. The rest of quarantine.
Sorry, no.
I was going to say, Andrew said Amazon just announced they're bringing back Treasure Truck after stopping it because of COVID, but now they're just going to deliver the things to your house, so it's just regular Amazon with a daft name. I don't know what Treasure Truck is. Am I missing something?
Treasure Truck was this thing where there was a it's a bit like the Coca-Cola truck that would turn up places. Right. Only you could order stuff from Amazon, specific items Amazon kept in the truck, and you'd get a code and you could collect it on that day. But also, if you ordered it from them and went to it, you could put in a code. You got the code, but potentially you won something off of the truck as well.
Oh.
Because if you call something Treasure Truck, it just sounds like the delivery driver's going to be Mr. Tumble.
It does, doesn't it?
I like Treasure Truck is like from Mad Max or something. That's like when they have the pirates. Open the treasure truck. Do
you remember it sounds like a lot less convenient version of Amazon.
Yeah, it does sound less convenient.
It is.
But prize, like, I want to be like, that's shit. I don't want to give Amazon my money. And then they're like, but you might get a prize. And the fucking crow in me is going, oh, but I do want something shiny.
What is the prize, though? They give you the thing that you've paid money for.
It's just more Amazon vouchers, probably.
I think
the prize is that they give you the thing that you've paid money for, and they're like, congratulations, the person who boxed this didn't have to wet themselves.
Yay!
We paid the person who made this product the minimum wage.
Fantastic. Isn't capitalism wonderful?
Is this satire? Is it landing?
Yes. It is, but it also like really saddens me to the extent that I can't laugh.
No, it's just like capitalism. Sorry.
Hey, how about this zinger? Wow, the Amazon employees have less safety nets than the Foxconn factory. Hello.
Right.
It's just like the way it's being described, it just feels like capitalism is perpetually eating the shittest cereal because it's got the best prize in it.
Oh God, it is, isn't it? Fucking hell. Richard Moore says Tony Abbott's least repulsive trait is his love for onions and that he eats them raw. That is disgusting. I did not know that. I didn't know.
Fucking Shrek. The audience comments because our comedy has stopped being funny.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We've gone over into sad territory.
I'm currently on Etsy trying to buy like a winter cloak.
So you should be on Etsy trying to buy one of my badges.
Because I haven't already.
Or maybe if you went to bidcartel.com, you could get some stickers of cats and a no money in the bank patch.
Did I ruin it? I'm so sorry. My internet went down.
What did Kirstie do?
Moved.
My Zoom disappeared. I'm so sorry. And the worst bit is, it stopped just as Eddie got to a punchline, and I was really looking forward to hearing the end of the joke, and then I didn't hear it, and then I ruined it for everyone. I'm so sorry.
No! Well, you have to rewatch it.
No, Eddie ruined it for him.
In many ways, you missing the punchline was the greatest thing you could have done.
Yeah, the punchline was just what's the deal with H.G. Wells.
Hey, what's the deal with it? He's not H.G. and he's not Wells. That's my Seinfeld impression.
So we've got Richard Moore says he gives his point to Dian. Mark Grimshaw says he keeps his point for him. And then Andrew Taylor says he gives Mark's point to Thom. So
Mark Grimshaw's real
still on even for things. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Right, the audience has no points now.
Mark Grimshaw's real angry at me in the group chat right now.
Do I get those points?
Dian gets 1 point and Thom gets 1 point, so the positions have not changed.
Yeah, team sad.
So you're now both on 10 decimal round a number.
Team sad. We're both team sad.
Yeah.
Thom, for the next Blizzard, instead of that picture of you with a beer, I'm going to use the picture that Rob drew of you looking like haunted. That's your promo picture.
I do need to change that. I need to stop making it look like promoters like I'm going to get shit faced on stage. It's not that professional. Neither am I.
Right. Okay, so next round is a great debate. This is our big one. This is our question time round where the panelists will be taking on roles of various different people, and we're going to be having a debate on some current issues. I'll be honest, I didn't look at the news in the last week because I was moving. So basically the news just stops from the 24th. So we're going to be looking at the A-level algorithm controversy, which has already been resolved.
All right, you know what, Jonny? Just like the news stopping at a certain day sounds fucking lovely.
It does.
Like if we could just have a Saturday, Sunday where there's no news broadcast whatsoever, like a news blackout, just to give us all a break.
That'll be the perfect time to wage war on us. You have no idea. Just if anyone in the Blizzard audience wants to wage war on us specifically,
the Rat King will be delighted. Yes, we will attack at midnight on Friday.
So yeah, we are going to be discussing the A-level algorithm system and whether that's fair. We have Kirstie, who is taking the role of an A-level drama student. We have Cerys, who is the head of Eton. Aaron, who is an Ofsted inspector. Edy, who is Education Secretary Gavin Williamson. Thom, who is an exam invigilator. And Dian, who is an over-enthusiastic English teacher. So I think we're ready to go. So yeah, start off with it. Do you think it is fair to grade A-levels based on an algorithm instead of exams? Let's start with Education Secretary Gavin Williamson.
Yes, I think it's great. I really like messing up kids.
I'm so glad my team just got the point.
Can I just say,
my broomstick? Yeah.
Can I just say that impression was outstanding?
It was.
That's the grade you got for that.
Thanks, guys. Stephen Williamson.
Thank you for your input.
How did you make your head a green screen?
I don't know. I did it the test before we started the show, and it really worked.
I do like that your bow tie was like right underneath his throat the whole time.
So he looks just like he should be from Eton. Horrible.
Let's round off. We don't need to.
Horrible little goblin.
Send it, Oh God. Okay, thank you, Education Secretary Gavin Williamson, for your insightful input onto the question.
To be fair, it did distract from the narrative, so it sounds exactly like what he'd do.
Yeah, spot on. Kirstie, you have just completed your A-levels. How do you feel about the algorithm being used instead of exams in this very special circumstance?
I'm really annoyed, actually, okay, because I'm a drama student, okay, and so I did Romeo and Juliet opposite Darren Wilson, and his breath stinks, okay. I did not have to be Romeo. No, I didn't have to be his Juliet, okay. I could have just, if I'd known they were going to just guess what I was going to get, I could have just played a tree and been fine. So I had to get up in his stinky face. For an A, I didn't even get. That's incredibly rude.
What did you get by the algorithm, just out of interest?
I'd rather keep that information myself. Thank you very much.
That's absolutely fine. We don't need any facts here. Dian, how has the news about the A-level algorithm affected you? Do you think that's a better judgment of pupils' grades than your own hard predictions?
I mean, I had my students just write essay after essay deconstructing Harry Potter, and I feel like they deserve grades for that. I think they deserve A stars for just. I mean, it was just a waste of time, wasn't it? I just shouldn't have even taught them shit, should I? It did not matter. They're being graded on work I did last year. I could have had a vacation this whole time.
That is a very interesting point, actually. It does raise a question whether teachers are even necessary if all of this stuff is going to be automated. Yeah, that's a very, very interesting question. So we'll come back to that. Thom, how do you feel about all this? Obviously, you've been out of a job this summer due to COVID. How do you feel about possibly replacing examinations with this algorithmic way of assigning grades?
Who here, show of hands, whose parents earn more than 60 grand a year between them? Just show of hands. None of you? Okay, you all have to be quiet. None of you can talk to each other. Okay, Gavin Williamson, you can talk louder. You can talk to your friends. That's okay. Just ask each other the answers. The rest of you, heads down, work. I think this is absolutely fine. I've had a holiday. I'm on furlough, so I'm still getting paid. And I've just spent that money to go to Ibiza and cough on some college students.
You say hop on some college students?
No, I said cough.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, we might...
You just added a layer to his character.
We may have to remove you from the stream, yeah.
There's a joke.
I'm very uncomfortable around this man.
There is a joke that I can follow it with, but I'll never perform at Blizzard again if I say it out loud.
Just question, because different to the US system. But isn't a college student at least 16?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's still creepy.
Just saying that technically it's legal doesn't mean that it's any less.
They still smell like child.
If you're a teacher in their school, you're also not allowed to do that.
But also, if they're 16, and I don't want to make any presumptions here, but if Thom, and I'm not saying that you are, is above the age of 18.
Whoa, I am not.
He's the youngest college lecturer.
Welcome to my lecture on the ins and outs of TikTok. The tick is this movement. The talk is that. Now perform your first exams begin, pencils down. Oh no. I've lost my thread.
Don't matter.
I've been very distracted and I've lost my thread. Just shut the fuck up and do your work.
Right, moving on from that, we will do a Ubisoft and address these allegations in 5 years when there's a big social media thing about it, and then maybe we'll fire you, maybe we'll promote you. Who knows? Cerys, I understand that your students have done exceedingly well this year as a result of the algorithm. How do you feel about this? You must be very proud.
It's actually Simon Henderson.
Sorry, Simon Henderson. I didn't do my research. That was very rude of me.
It's all right. I looked at the Wikipedia page. I'm Henderson, despite myself only studying at Winchester College. So it's a wonder they let me in. It's been a pretty emotional roller coaster for me because at the beginning, obviously, none of my students were affected, as you might expect. But then, and really what you should all be saying to me right now is thank you so much. And what I have to say to you is you're welcome. Because we had one class of A-level students who were studying a course that was their first time on this new syllabus. It was a new course about how to run the country by privatizing everything. And we'd never studied the course before. And because we'd never studied the course before, what the A-level algorithm did is it judged my students as if they were part of the general population, which is obviously ridiculous. So they all received much lower grades than we were anticipating. So obviously, before I didn't give a shit, but when my students were being affected, I wrote a letter. And because I wrote a letter, the government changed their algorithm decision. And so it's actually down to me and my activism that students were receiving the grades that their teachers, rightly or wrongly, obviously our teachers rightly, your teachers wrongly, thought that they deserved. So you're welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I have already forgotten your name. Simon? It's either Simon or Michael. Michael Simon, that's your name now.
I'm honestly just surprised it's not Rupert.
Rupert Michael Simon. Okay. Thank you very much.
That's a very Norwegian name.
Aaron, so what do you think the implications of this potential moving forward into having like a more kind of moving away from standardized exams? How do you feel that's going to affect schools from a quality perspective? Do you think that's going to make things better or worse? How do you think we should proceed?
I don't care about the schools. I want to talk about me. My life is going to be fucking easy from now on. All I need to do, right? Whoever the algorithm guy is, I'll drop him a tweet. Say, mate, can I borrow the algorithm? He'll give me the algorithm. I can just do that for Ofsted. Whack in an old postcode. Oh, where are they based? Bang. Good. Requires improvement. Outstanding. Fine. Whatever the things are. I don't care anymore. I don't need to. Right? This is beyond me now. I've moved above caring into living la vida loca, right? And I think that is the top rating. I think it goes good, outstanding, living la vida loca. And that is where I live these days. Fuck yeah.
Thank you,
praise be to the algorithm.
I like how Aaron is talking that way as if that's not how Ofsted graded schools before the algorithm.
Not officially. We had to go in and pretend to do shit. Now we are.
Wonderful stuff. I meant to say at the beginning as well, if any of the YouTube commenters have any questions they'd like to pose to the panelists, please do feel free to put them in the comments. We'll try to get to them. First of all, so what do you think the issues are with automating this grading process based on past averages rather than doing traditional examinations? We'll go for Thom. Thom, what are your views on this? Do you think, what do you think is going to happen with that?
Well, first off, I've already asked you to keep your voice down, so if you carry on, I'm going to have to remove you from the stream.
It's fine, I'm sleepy.
And algorithm or no algorithm, you're getting a U on content. So that felt horrible as well.
Wow. Tom's team are not getting points.
They use numbers now, right?
No, GCSEs use numbers now. I think A-levels are still letters. I could be wrong.
I work in schools. I feel I should know that. That's both in and out of character. Yeah. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. What are the issues?
Memory.
What are the issues with automating the grading process based on past averages as opposed to traditional exams?
Oh, there's none. There's no downsides whatsoever. Because the algorithm is a postcode lottery. It's like we've been very transparent about that, and I've been to a lot of these postcodes where they're doing not so well, and as an exam administrator, and I can tell you this, even with those desks so far apart, stinky children, and as we all know, stinky children aren't going to succeed, so we may as well let them know that they're failures before they have to find out for themselves.
Interesting comment. Kirstie, you have had experience with stinky children. Do you agree with Tom's comments?
No, I don't. Like, sometimes you're stinky because you're too busy doing your homework to have a shower. It just happens sometimes. If you're dedicated, you make these sacrifices. You don't need to be clean if you are smart.
I mean, it helps.
Sometimes you're stinky because you have food poisoning.
Guilty.
Well, you know what? Getting food poisoning, not very smart, is it? So...
Sometimes you get food poisoning because you're too busy doing your homework to finish your cooking, okay? Sometimes it's difficult to tell if a chicken's all the way done.
Look, these children need to learn that it doesn't matter how hard they try. I have a degree. I have a very good degree in film, but it's still a very good degree. And this is what I do now. I just invigilate exams and talk on the internet. It doesn't matter what you do if you're poor.
We just got. Oh, that's the police coming to break this up.
My dreams.
My house.
Right, we've had a question in for Education Secretary Gavin Williamson.
Thank God.
Andrew Taylor says, if there's still a pandemic on come the next election, should we use an algorithm to decide who wins that too?
No, I don't bloody think so. Actually, I think that'd be very much against democracy, because if they do that, then the media bias might not be able to help me out, and I might lose my safe seat. And quite frankly, I've got too much skin in the game as a career politician to risk it. Please.
Very compelling argument, Gavin. Thank you very much. Mark Grimshaw says, does Thom know what an exam invigilator is? He just knows he's not grading people himself right.
I know what I'm not grading people myself, but I've seen their results. I just go around like the stinkier the child, the higher the letter of the alphabet.
That's the opposite of what you said before.
No, so that's a stinky child, and it's a U for ooh. That's how it works.
And another question for Thom. Vicky Style says, Thom, please, could I have another pencil? I accidentally ate mine.
No. One pencil per child. This is meant to be in pen. What you doing? I bet you're a stinky child too.
Vicky Styles, are you a stinky child? Let us know in the comments. So
I don't want to go in with this character. I don't know what I'm doing.
I feel like you're just abusing children, Thom.
Dad, I go back to work next week and I'm not happy about it. So this is how I'm getting it out.
So assuming that we do move towards a kind of less with less stock on examinations for grading, what alternative ways apart from the algorithm are there to assign grades? Let's start with Cerys. What do you think we should do?
What was the question? Sorry.
So what alternative? I'm aware I asked them very badly. What alternative ways are there to assign grades apart from the algorithm or exams?
Or the postcode lottery.
Yeah, the algorithm, yes. Or do you just think we should stick with one of those?
No, I don't think we should stick with one of those because they're obviously not working. I think in an ideal world, we give everyone in Eton the top grade and then we give everyone else the bottom grade.
Okay, so, but if we're doing that, surely that raises the point, like, what's the point in actually going to school if your grade is determined? The certificates. But, like, if your grade is already determined by the time you have gotten a place in whichever school, Eton or other, the two schools in the country.
No, because what you have to understand is that privilege is not something that you're born with. Privilege is something that you must learn. And so we do need these children to come to Eton so they understand that they are the future leaders of tomorrow, today.
So you think that schools should be used purely as a tool for learning and not actually, like, grades you shouldn't be examined in the schools. It's just you go to a school.
No. I think that students need to come to school to learn the grades that they're worth.
Okay, I see. Right. Fair enough. I've got a couple more questions in the comments here.
We're such a panel of awful bastards, aren't we?
Got Mark Grimshaw has another question for Thom. I'm so sorry, Thom. Do you have any games you play with other exam invigilators whilst invigilating exams?
I play the how close can you get to a child and spray it with deodorant without them noticing. That's one of my that's one of my favorite games. Really far down the stinky line. No, we don't really play games other than, it's more of a spectator sport where you just, like, it's more like watching a film, only instead you're just watching children's hopes and dreams get crushed in front of you. It's very entertaining. It's like a spectator sport.
Very good. Another one from Mr. Williamson. Are you planning on being offered a peerage for your recent great work?
Hold on, let me just see if he's available.
Real peerage or Australian peerage?
Oh, that one is more scary than before.
Yes, I think I'll be bloody great. I want to be in the Lords.
Oh my God!
It looks like you've Ed-guined his face.
David, my mate David said I could be in the House of Lords, and then Teresa didn't like me, so I'm grumpy. But Boris said if I take the slack, he'll let me go in the leather chairs again.
Wonderful. You're
Diminishing
so much more
returns.
coherent than I remembered you, Gavin. It's a delight to be talking to you today. Right, we're running out of time, so we'll just round this up very shortly. So just one kind of question, last question, open to the panel. Do you think this whole situation is going to lead to, if it ends up being more algorithmically based, people's exam results, do you think that's going to lead to corruption and bribery to ensure better results for richer people's children? Do you think that's an issue?
Like,
that's already the case.
Already happens.
That's already the case. Yep.
I'm just going to say that I'm an English teacher, and this sounds a bit like maths.
I think it is the case, but I don't see why it's an issue. I think we should just get rid of the schools, really, get the factories back.
So, Education Secretary Gavin Williamson says, get rid of the schools. What will you do for a career?
I'll probably find something else to do in the party.
He's going to buy his peerage, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's him. He's nodding. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Gavin Williamson, what grades did you get when you finished school?
I got a P, an E, and a very cushy place in a safe seat for the Conservatives.
And on that note, we'll end that. I don't think anyone's going to object to me giving the points to Edy for that round.
No one bit.
To be honest, I don't know why we even bothered with the round of two. I was just like, oh, that's done.
What I
mean, I've got food shopping delivery being dropped off in 2 minutes, but you know, I can still be here whilst that happening.
I don't know why we pretend that this algorithm thing is what it is. We all know, it's like we've all heard of performance theatre. This is performance examination, and it's all on Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
Question: why isn't the English exam just a piece of paper that's instructions that ends with turn this piece of paper over, and then if they turn the piece of paper over, we go, oh, you can read English. Congrats, you did it.
That's a very good question. That'll be a big waste of paper, though. Surely you could just. You got a digital alternative, I suppose.
Or do you think if someone just said stand up and turn around and they did it like Simon Says? If they win a game of Simon Says, they get an A-star because clearly they have
a written game of Simon Says.
Yeah. The computer science GCSE is just a capture.
Simon Says page 321. All right. So answer the first question. No. It'd be amazing.
So Vicky Stiles has said, speaking as an actual former invigilator, there is a technique known as crop dusting, which is where you very slowly release a fart as you're walking around, hitting as many students as possible.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Oh, I mean, but
my brother did it.
I mean, you can't bring that up at dinner parties, can you? Oh, what do you do? So I get paid to fart on children.
Vicky,
it's very unfair.
There were you blaming them, Tom, when it was you all along making them stinky.
Running around there with my vegan farts.
Oh.
My brother did it for a bit, and he used to play Pac-Man. The other,
yeah. Well, stuff. Right, we are meant to be finishing. We've got one more round, so let's blitz through that. So this is scenes we'd like to see from Mock of the Week, but for legal reasons, it's not that. I can't remember what dumb name I gave it this time, so fuck it. So the way this works, we're just going to give different scenarios for the panelists to come in with their suggestions. I give points to whoever I damn pleased. So that's how the system works. This is a dictatorship. You'll get what you're given. So the first topic is show titles that never made it to Edinburgh.
Me.
All Edinburgh shows.
I mean, you're not wrong, but a bit more creative, please.
Edy Hurst musical version. Edy Hurst musical version of some dude's different version of some other evil different version of another guy's ripped off version in the wrong order of the War of the Worlds.
Wow.
And he ripped it off.
Dian.
Yep. The next Fleabag.
It's 2020.
Yeah. Guess what the reviews will be next year.
Yeah, that is going to be every show next year.
Do you reckon we're going to be called 2020 Vision this year?
At least 5.
Yeah. Oh.
How many show posters are going to be like wearing a mask looking worried? Or like, wearing a mask but trying to use the microphone?
The show
you know what they say about hindsight?
The show that I'd really like to see at Edinburgh next year is Just Magic, No Sexist Jokes. That's the one I want to find.
Dick and Dom in a semi-detached apartment.
Gritty reboot of Friends.
Brexit, are we still talking about this?
An improvised lockdown protocol.
Wonderful.
If you clapped for the NHS, you can clap for this.
Nice.
Okay, any more? Shall I move on?
Social Distance Warriors Live would have been nice.
I mean, but then you couldn't call it Social Distance Warriors.
True, but we did have plans.
It's free to come in, but it's dangerous to go outside.
Right, next one, cancelled exam questions.
If the sound of humans clapping is approximately 70 decibels and 20% of the population clapped on Thursdays, how fucked is the NHS?
If you have one mistress in Kensington and 2 families in Northumbria, how many super injunctions do you need?
If your teacher predicted you an A, what is the probability that you'll get a D?
Why
your
hasn't
workings and
anyone
divide.
heard about colonialism until university? Discuss.
I don't know. Something about the Nazis.
Is that a question, Tom?
Yes.
Question one. I don't know something other than that.
Solve this equation to find out how many racist statues were on the British Isles.
Look around. Oh, sorry.
In Henry
Why
VIII.
hasn't Cousin Throckmorton got his own skateboarding game yet?
In Henry VIII's court was Thomas more or less.
If you were to start a unionist star band, why would it be called As a Stazza?
Tom, you're going to lose points for that. Right, any more?
Do you guys do political cartoons on your exams?
You should.
Just any political cartoon of Donald Trump. Just any of them.
Why would the plague response of 1918 not happen now?
Oh God, that's sad.
Look to your left and to your right. Are you the stinkiest child?
Right, next one. Unused Boris Johnson excuses.
He didn't know
He
how many
didn't
super
clap
injections
enough.
he needed.
I said unused,
busy.
Tom.
He was busy having a semi-sexual experience with a fox.
He doesn't enjoy spoilers, and he thought that, and he's never seen COVID 1 through 18, so didn't want to read the documentation.
I don't even know what a violin player is. Very niche. Possibly, I'm going to go to jail now.
Thank you for taking that risk for this show.
Sorry I couldn't make it to the meeting. I had a mistress's ultrasound to go to. Except he wouldn't go. You know he wouldn't go.
I would have.
Oh, Aaron, come.
I would have done the thing that I was supposed to do, but I am a straight white man, so I assumed it would be fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I thought Brexit was a portmanteau of breaks on Brexit.
In my defense, it's actually really difficult to do your job if you don't care about the people that it affects. Am I right, millennials?
Look, at least I didn't fuck a pig.
As far as we know.
Oh, I want to know what Dominic Cummings has on him, because it's something.
Gotta be.
It's your fault because you didn't clap enough.
I was busy painting some buses.
Right, and finally, rejected COVID-19 slogans.
Clapping kills coronavirus. Is the NHS clapping, is that thing still relevant now? I only realised this was like a topical show a few days ago, and my sense of time is
Was it when Jonny sent through the pack, like, these are the games that are all based on news stories?
I was like oh shit. Things must be.
We don't get a pack. This is all improvised. We have no idea what's going on.
In fairness, with my memory, this is all improvised.
This is all very rigidly scripted. I've written everyone's lines. Everything that's been said today has been.
Can you someone's right mind better, please?
Which is why I've
done a really good job.
funny.
I have a real one. I have a real one because I have a friend who worked at the Department of Health. This was a trial run for Eat Out to Help Out. And it was suck a dick for the economy.
I did.
Survival of the fittest, let the weak die.
Is that how you got coronavirus? Not coronavirus, food poisoning, Aaron.
Yeah.
What from there?
I left the guy in the car for too long on a really hot day.
The expiry date.
Oh, it's like a drawn off egg sandwich. You don't want that.
How would you know?
I do that now.
Eat out to help out. If the cough is dry, get some fries.
Stay alert, you fucking jerk.
Hey, dickhead, wear a mask.
COVID-19 forever. Pull yourself together. I'm so sorry.
Right, any more? Or shall we get to the final scores?
So I have one, but I didn't realize it was going to be the last one. So now I don't know if I want to say it. 'Cause it's not good enough to finish off.
I do have one that I saw in a supermarket.
Do it. Go.
Pop, wear a mask, please. That's someone else's joke. Someone else deserves that money.
Sorry, it's much better than my DAC, dry ass cough.
Oh. Right, okay. At the end of that round, I'm going to give the points to Tom's team for that.
As a Stazard on the win.
We are at the final scores now. I need to kill a bit of time before Sam gets the thing ready so I can announce it, I think. So in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you that, if you have enjoyed the show tonight or indeed any of the content we do, you can support us in a number of ways. There's a PayPal link in the comments below and I think the description as well. Or you can also find us on Patreon at just Blizzard Comedy on Patreon. We are there. Which you can subscribe to us for as little as $2 a month, or as much as, there's no upper limit. You can give us as much money as you want, but at a certain point, I'm going to be suspicious. So maybe cap it at like 50. But if more than that, I'm expecting you to have ulterior motives, and I will make good on them. So you can give us as much money as you want. So please do. Donate money, because the more money you donate, the more instant noodles the panelists can buy for themselves and the longer they can survive. So please do that. If you,
I might get some Sainsbury's Own this week.
Oh, fucking treating yourself. Sam, are the scores ready? Cool, fantastic. So at the end of the show, we have Kirstie's team with 9 points and winning with a whopping 17 points, Tom's team.
What?
How many crushed it?
That's definitely not right.
That is entirely right.
What?
Oh, man, I'm a stand for capitalism now.
It's mostly because Tom's team got all the points in the last 2 rounds and they're the ones that get the most points, so...
Just playing the game.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You all get paid regardless. And I'll be honest, it was mostly Cerys who got your team points, Tom. So really, thank them.
Thanks, Cerys.
Great work, Cerys.
Buy a badge.
Buy a badge, yeah, absolutely. Buy badges. Check out Eddie's podcast. Check out Social Distance Warriors stuff. Sign up to Next Up Comedy if you haven't already. There's a lot of really good shows on there, including our own Aaron's Disabled Coconut. And Dian, your new comedian is on the 20th of September, is that right?
Yep.
Team sad.
So I took a genetic test, and I am far more likely. I'm a high risk of sad. Thought I'd share that with a creepy floating face.
I love that your face is floating in it like a spectre.
I think my eyes go away.
Oh yes, please.
That's what I see when I
love it.
That's what I see when I get sleep paralysis. Just a list of my symptoms and then a disembodied face just at the end of it.
With no eyes.
Oh no, you can't have eyes when there's sleep paralysis. No, it's just not done.
Oh yeah. Richard's made a good point. Because I did give the audience points to the teams, so it should actually be 10. So it should actually be 10-18. Sorry. So that makes all the difference. Right. Yeah. So
I never win. I'm well happy. I never win.
We've literally won the same amount of games. We've won 2 each.
Yeah, I know, but we won the ones
you say
where you
you've
get
never
more
won.
points.
You've literally won 50% of the time.
We live in a different postcode.
Look at what I'm wearing.
So, algorithmically, I win. I don't think you get to give yourself points, Sam. You're not playing. For everyone at home, Sam just said, I have the screen, I have the power. So even though she wasn't in the game, she's given herself infinity points.
Fucking Sam, the She-Ra of Blizzard Comedy.
What's the point in playing this game? Sam's just going to waltz in like, well, I won because I have the scoreboard every single episode.
Sam, you won Quiplash fair and square. Let us have this. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Didn't you win one of the games of Quiplash? You won one, I won one, and Mark won one. Yeah.
This is getting into
and also,
social admin rather than
nobody.
Guys,
everyone forget that we say that before you watch the games of Quiplash that Mark's putting out at some point.
Right.
To see if they lied.
That's a good point.
Okay, before we just descend into more bullshit, I'm going to end the show. So, our next show is on the 28th of September, where we have a lineup who I have not got to hand. Where we'll be discussing the news events of the next 4 weeks, including Ubisoft's claim ignorance to the fact that you're meant to pay your workers, Tories abolish minimum wage to pay for tax breaks for the rich, and the government creates algorithm to determine workers' basic pay based on the wealth of the area that they live in. I'm aware none of those are jokes. They are just predictions. If these happen, I win 1 million points, so I win the next show. Thanks for